Hello, hello.
Daniel Ira.
What was that?
I was gonna say Lindira,
Lindira Banana?
and then
You retracted calling me
no,
the
no, no,
nickname you
because I
have for
thought,
me?
well, that's not what I do every day. So
Well, you do it every day, just not in camera.
right,
On
right.
camera. So,
Yeah. So I stalled there for like a second.
yeah.
How are you, Lindira?
I'm good. How are you?
Very good, very good. Today I think I'm gonna do. I think I have to do one of these a year. I'm gonna make it an effort to do at least one of these a year.
Which is?
My foot.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah, yeah. So,
Well, not that I like your food. That sounded
I
super, like,
mean, those
creepy.
things are private. I mean, you don't have to
No,
cross the private
to be
threshold.
honest, I don't have that thing that people have.
What is that? Feet?
Fit passion? I don't know. Fit
Feet
love?
passion. Feet passion.
Fit
Feet
passion.
passion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fit de la
That was a song
passion.
in Sweden, like an electronic song.
Well, but Fruit de la Passion is not that bad. Cause
Fruit.
yeah, Fruit de la Passion. Yeah, that's a good
Passion.
one.
No, passion
Well, I'm making it spicier. Fruit de la Passion.
de la
De la
pachanga.
Passion. Yeah. Yeah, I don't have that. I mean, I respect everyone, but I do not have it. So,
Yeah,
but
too
I think
early.
it's very cool that you do a painting of your foot because I
Uh,
think they're very cool. So, that's what I was
yes.
referring to.
Obviously, it's my annual uh,
Menzel's
Menzel Recognition Day.
love letter. Yeah.
Yes, yes, with footnotes. That was actually pretty
Hmm.
good.
Hmm.
Um, so always try to find a way to say something different with the foot that I'm gonna paint, but I don't think I'm able to. I just think I'm able to sadly see my foot. Well, let's do this. Let's say this. In let's imagine that this is going to be a yearly effort.
Hmm.
Mm, and I don't know how I'm going to do this, but we're going to still adore Menzel's foot, which is one of my top 5 paintings ever.
Your number one foot painting ever. You could say that.
I probably could say that. Yes. I don't
Probably no. I think you could say that.
No, I was thinking if I have like a top 10 feet paintings, but I don't think I do. I mean, I'm sure there's like what other feet do I remember? I remember some of the feet that who did this? Jean-Paul Laurent
Mm-hmm.
did for the Pantheon.
Foot de la Passion
Okay, yeah.
painting.
Foot
Mm-hmm.
de Pantheon.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah, he did. He has like a bunch of murals, like really big paintings there. Not all of those are his, but it is a quite a magical place for painting. If anyone's been to Paris, it's a unexpected, beautiful, very 19th century, very late 19th century, but very beautiful site for painting.
Mm-hmm.
Um, he has like a bunch of feet. You know those sort of feet. I think it's like there's one in particular that I don't know if it's a girl that's kind of leaning or kneeling, and she has like the wrinkled up feet like that. Basa Caruja. Okay. And uh, she's got dirty feet. So the sole of her feet, of her foot, or both feet, I think, they're covered with kind of like dirt, and it's
Mm,
really
beautiful.
cool. Yeah, I remember that one.
Yeah.
Let me see if
You know, I
what's that?
think you haven't done foot sole. ¿Cómo
No,
dice?
I don't think so.
No.
No, I'm not very flexible, so I very rarely.
Well, you could
Uh,
see my foot sole
yeah, I could see the
easier.
sole. I
You
could
could
see
see
your
my
soul.
soul
Yeah,
through my soul.
yeah. There we go.
Yeah.
Um, but I'm trying to remember if I have like memorable feet. Oh, you know which one is really really good.
Which one?
The all the feet because there are tons of them, and they're like massive. They are the epitome of like academic drawing, painting. What's the painting called? The one that they are um kicking out Cain, if I'm not mistaken, or is it Abel that they're kicking out? Um, but I forget what it's the what's it called, that painting. I'm trying to think.
Mm.
Um, it's that Kochmon painting. Kochmon, the Exodus of Abel or Cain. I'm trying to figure out who kicked out who, you know, and who pissed off who. So then Cain ends up killing Abel.
¿Cómo escribo?
I don't know.
No,
Well,
how do you?
Kochmon is Cormon, and if you put
No, because
Cain or
I did
Abel,
that and I think
Cain or Abel, you'll see the
Cain.
painting. Yeah.
No.
No?
It says showing results for hormone cane.
Okay,
No.
that's not really it.
Um.
Let me try. Kochmon.
mm,
Well, maybe chat can help us out. So it's called Cain, actually. The miserable destiny of Cain, the elder son of Adam and Eve, who after the murder. Okay, this is after the murder. Is that Eve? I've never really thought about this painting quite so much. First of all, there's way too many descendants. You know, for a society that only came from Adam and Eve, there's a lot of people there. Danny,
why
what are
can't
you
I see
searching?
it?
I
The
searched
miserable
Korkmon and
destiny
Cain.
of Cain.
Are you writing Cain? Cain, Cain,
No, yeah, but I
not
put.
like a sugar cane.
¿De qué te ríes? No.
What? I'm not saying anything. It's just I googled uh Korkmon Cain and it came up.
Cooking.
Okay.
So this one.
Yes.
So do you want
So
me to show it?
sure, sure. It's an amazing painting. It really is an incredible painting. Very much like a French, Academy painting. But I've always loved that painting. I the moment I saw it, I was like, yeah, this is a great painting. Um, and the feet in that painting, they're all like powerful. They're pretty much the same though. They're very sculptural, I would say. But I remember looking at the feet and feeling like, wow, these are good. These are really, really good. Um, what else? There's a toenail that I remember in a Malshevsky painting. That it's a painting of like wounded soldiers, like somebody's tending to wounded soldiers, and one of the feet has like one foot is catching like a little bit of light, and I guess it has like a big toenail,
So
like
this
a
is the one you were
yeah.
talking about. I don't know if they can see the feet, but
Oh well, that defeats the purpose, right? Thank you. Hitting 1,000 today. Um, yeah, but that Melshevsky one is really good. I don't know if there's good photos. Sadly, of Melshevsky, of Jacek Malshevsky, you can't find a lot of good reproductions. Soldiers. Let's see, Malshevsky soldiers, maybe. Well, that's one that's like a sketch. Um, Let me see if I can find it here super quickly. I can't. I don't remember. I know he did that very young. Um, what a hell of a painter, Malshevsky. Incredible. But I don't know the title. I have it. I have my book, but my book is in my mother's house, so it's pretty useless over there. What's it called? I don't know. No, I don't know.
you didn't find it.
No, I think I have it download. I have it somewhere downloaded, but
Let
because I,
me.
I really like that
I think
painting.
I remember one.
It's a very long painting. It's a
Laying
it's a
on.
it's a horizontal painting.
No, no, no.
It's
I'm
really
looking
good.
for another one.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Maybe laying on bed. Maybe this one. Yeah, this is the
Oh,
one
nice.
I
The Freud?
remembered. Yeah,
Very nice.
because I was thinking about when you said the soul of a
Oh, very
painting.
nice.
I was like, oh, I've seen one that
Yeah,
I
that
like,
Freud
and
is
I've
really
seen one,
good.
and I've seen one. So I
And do you know
remember
which one
Freud.
too? The Uglo.
Let
There's
me
a
see.
Uglo with like little pink kind of toes
Mm,
and like the underside of the toes. It's really good. Actually, yeah. No, we've opened up the it's
which
somewhere around there.
I don't know, but I like this
It's
one.
like a back pose. Yeah, oh yeah, no. No, his like if there's feet in
This one is
any
also
yeah,
amazing.
if there's feet in any Uglo painting. No, but I'm thinking of like a reclining nude back. It's sort of
Mm,
back pose. You could see like the
this
hips,
one,
the butt. No, no, no. Well, actually that one's pretty nice too.
this one.
Yeah, that's nice. Well, there's a bunch of them
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
Yeah, so
So
let's say
Uglo,
Uglo.
Uglo feet,
Yeah, Uglo had a feet thing too.
and the
I don't know what
Freud one.
else.
So that's called Annabelle sleeping.
Which one?
This one,
Oh,
Annabelle sleeping. Yeah,
the Freud.
yeah.
Nice, nice. Yeah. So yeah, we could think of a bunch. I'm sure Sheila has some good feet also.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, I think those. I don't know if they're self portraits or it's just a male model, the very skinny male model.
Mm,
Those are good, and I think there's one of those that has like really cool feet. I think so.
let me
I,
see.
yeah, those that are like
Oh, I mean, this is
that's the one.
absolutely amazing,
Yeah,
and
that's
this.
yeah. But the first one
Oh,
you saw,
this one.
yeah, that's really good. That's too
Let
good.
me
Oh,
see if
Jesus
I can
Christ.
download this one because the Freud one wasn't available for
Mm. I don't
download.
understand those things.
Yeah, I
You
mean
know,
that you go save as and it says save as web page.
oh right,
So
it's
you
those
have to do
sort of
like a
files that are like they're
yeah.
so dumb. And they're supposed to be good, like a good way of
Oh,
saving
give me
stuff. I
1 second because I was super into talking about
feet.
the painting feet and we got a spam. So maybe they heard that we were talking about feet and they were like,
Let's click that.
you know,
Everyone should click that.
no.
No.
Um, perfect. Let me see if I can put the Chile one we were talking about.
Yeah.
So here it is.
Here it is.
Um, here it is. Amazing.
Yeah. So good. Genius.
Yeah.
Absolute genius.
That gesture.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How old was he when he passed? 26?
I think
24? 26? It's so crazy.
28.
Oh my lord.
Yes.
You have 1 year, Danny.
No, I don't have 1 year. I have months.
No, you have 1 year.
No. I
Oh,
no, I have months.
oh, you have months.
I have 3 months.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are
So
you?
no, never mind.
What are you gonna do?
Nothing. I mean, I'm gonna keep doing what I do best.
No,
Nothing.
sleeping. I'm gonna beat him
No.
at sleeping.
Yeah,
Uh,
this is
yeah, no, remarkable. He's
yeah.
like one of the best.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I was gonna say that also like the age was very different, like the years.
Time.
Yeah, time passed different and
Yeah, 20,
years
28,
were
100 years ago was like being 64.
exactly.
Yeah,
Well, not, but like being
68.
40 or like being
Thank
I
you.
don't no, but I'm trying to say is that
It's even late for me
time
now.
was different.
Oh,
And
the one constant that we
that
have
is
in
the
like our understanding of the
yeah.
universe.
And I'm just gonna
Danny's
use it as
like,
an
it was
argument to
different.
say
The
it is
time
different.
was
It was
different,
very
please.
different.
Time was different.
Yeah. So yeah. Talking about time, I think it's time to say hello.
Oh my God.
This is what I'm good for.
Mm-hmm.
Good for. Good
I am
at.
not gonna, not even gonna touch that.
Let's see. Cacaíto. Saying
Carol.
oli oli, ¿cómo van? Hola, Cacaíto. Muy bien, ¿y tú? ¿Cómo va el día, Cacaíto? ¿Cómo va todo?
Va el día.
¿Cómo va el
La
día?
noche.
Cacaíto, un tip perruno. ¿Cómo haces para que cuando vayas al parque y sacas a las perritas
Mm,
No llegues con popó en los pies.
teniendo ojos.
No, no, no,
Ah,
créeme. O sea,
Lindita,
y
es que
yo
no
me
paras
tuve.
bolas, no estás parándole bolas a donde pisas.
Tú pisaste un charco gigante absurdo
Porque estaba corriendo para recoger a Fer.
que no tenías que correr.
Fue como, pues yo quise correr, es como, ay, mi hija, corro.
Pues si
Pero,
yo y yo digo, ay, mi perra,
pero
y
yo
me meto en el
atravesé
pasto.
charco, un charco, mi amor.
Sí,
Pero no atravesé un charco de caca.
bueno. Catherine was saying hello. Hey, Catherine, how are you? Margarida Neves dice hola. Hola, Margarida, ¿qué tal? Nicolaus Hopner was saying hi. Hey, Nicolaus, how are you? Edu F dice saludos desde Córdoba, Argentina. Saludos
Argentina,
hasta Córdoba,
Argentina.
Argentina, para Edu F. Omer Glitch. Oh,
Grande
Omer,
Edu.
long time no see. Omer was saying hi, all. Got to see you. Good to see you. Got to see you.
Mm.
Good to see you all.
Let's see if you
And
remember,
Omer was
Danny.
saying,
No, Omer. No.
oh yeah, of
I
course I did.
remembered.
Yeah, you kind of screamed. You kind of scared me a little bit.
I always do.
Omer was saying Cain killed Abel.
Yeah. But I was trying to think like the expulsion before, after. I don't know much of the story, like the specifics of the story. I know Adam, Eve, they had 2 kids, or they had 3 kids. No? No. Afterwards, Abel was the one. No, after who was the one? Set, Cam, I don't know. I forget what the other names were called.
I don't know what
Yeah,
you're.
they had one had like 3 children. I'm trying to remember which one. Set, Cam, Hafet, Set, Cam, Hafet, something like that.
No, but
Set, Cam,
¿cómo se escribe eso?
Set, like a
Set
tennis set.
cam cassette?
No, cam cassette, camcorder, cassette tape. I don't
What are
remember.
you trying to say?
I'm
What
the
do you
three
want me to
kids.
Google?
No, you don't have to Google anything.
Okay.
I'm just trying to remember the names,
So,
but I don't remember who they were from.
Catherine Peremsky was saying, hi, everybody. Hey, Catherine, how are you? Camila Ogorman dice
Oh my
hi
god, man.
y dice, ya reconozco ese pie. Dice Seth, Cam y Jafet.
Jafet. Gracias.
¿Pero de quién
Jafet.
eran?
¿El Jafet se lo metiste tú bailado o
Pues
tiene
Jafet, no
Y?
sé, Jafet,
Ah,
Jafet, no sé. O sea, puede ser Jafet o puede ser Jafet, no sé. Los hijos de Noé.
Noé.
Ujú.
Ah,
La
no.
historia del diluvio cuenta cómo Noé y sus 3 hijos, Sem, pero no es Set, es Sem.
No, pero hay un hijo que se llama Set.
No, mira, acá me corrigió y dice Sem, Cam y
No, pero
Jafet.
¿y no hay un hijo de Caín o Abel que se llama Set? Bueno, googleemos. De pronto confundí 2 cosas.
Mm,
Tuvieron que tener hijos, o si no, ¿de dónde salimos todos? Lo curioso es que solo tenían
Y
hijos.
conoció de nuevo a Adán a Eva, su mujer, la cual dio a luz un hijo y llamó su nombre Set,
Ah, es que el primero
porque
es
Dios me
Set.
ha sustituido otro hijo en lugar de Abel, a
Ah,
quien mató
eso
Caín.
era, eso era. Es que uno siempre piensa que eran
O sea,
solo
leí
Caín
una
y
parte de
Abel.
la Biblia para...
Uno dice, ay, tuvieron, o sea, Adán y Eva tuvieron a Caín y Abel, y no, hubo Set. Hubo un Set de hermanitos.
Sí, pero era Sem, Cam y
Sí,
Jafet.
confundí 2 cosas, pero no estaba tan pifiado.
No, yo no tenía ni idea de nada de eso.
Sí, Set. ¿Qué sería de la vida de Set? Y
Em,
además siempre tenían hombres. O sea, piensa en eso. O sea, ellos fueron los primeros que poblaron al mundo y solo había hombres.
pues porque eso lo escribió, ¿no?
Sí, pero ¿quién daba luz si solo había hombres? La pobre Eva. Los hijos de
Eh,
sus hijos son sus hijos.
Laura Soledad Perradas, o sea, ya es Dark.
Ella es, sí, es el final y el comienzo.
Mm, Laura Soledad Ferradas dice, hola, los veo desde arriba del bus, qué lindo tema hoy. Me gusta pensar que arriba del bus es
Como
en el
en
techo,
el techo del
en el
bus.
segundo piso
Sí,
del
sí, sí.
bus.
En
Hola
la,
Laura, saludos.
en la celebración de Argentina podría haber sido cierto eso.
No, terrible. Kaisla Kurama was saying, hi Danny, Nicholas, and Chili. Hello. Chili, by the way, is taking a nap. So that's why you haven't seen her or listened to us. Uh,
Say, Chili, no.
Chili, yeah,
Actually, that probably
correcting
woke her
her.
up.
Yeah, maybe.
That wasn't a good idea.
No, no, no. She's still sleeping. Because I went with her to the park for a little bit longer this morning. So I think she's kind of tired.
Hopefully.
Yeah, because she was sleeping until lunch. Then she had lunch and she was kind of sleepy again, but she was
Hmm.
playing. And now she's
You
sleeping.
know, we probably don't think about this, but for her to just take like a couple of laps around the park, it's like 3
Yeah.
marathons. You know, it's like, what are these people doing to me?
But she loves it so much.
Why do these people think I love it so much?
Well, because she's
I'm
moving her tail
exhausted.
all the time and she doesn't want to go in. When I
I'm gonna
walk
move my tail to see if they can just take me home.
when I walk back, well, when I walk back, she sometimes just sits when we are in front of our building
Mm-hmm.
and she just looks back to the park and tries to walk back to the park.
Yeah,
So she's like, no, not ready,
longs for the
not
park.
ready. Javier Ugarte dice, hola Dani Nico, saludos desde la montaña y pintando. Hola
Hello, Javier.
Javier, ¿qué tal? Y Javier dice, espero me traten mejor que ayer, jajaja.
Uy, Javier.
Nicolás, que es muy grosero. Cuando
¿Cuándo?
Javier vino a decir feliz año y tú le dijiste que ya no
Ah,
más.
no, no más, Javier. No más, no más. Pa' afuera.
Em,
Bloqueado.
Amor Glitch
Mm-hmm.
was saying, Jacek Malszewski,
Ah, the
is,
best.
is this the painter you're talking about?
Yes, we were.
And was saying, Egon is great, as in Egon Schiele
Mm-hmm.
is great. Or Egon. Or Egan.
Egan Bernal.
That was a joke. I was trying to get there, but I think I stretched it
No, you were good.
terribly. Kaisla Kurama was saying, I would love to paint along, but I'm exhausted. I went to see the group exhibition of Hausiago, Nick Cave, and Brad Pitt again. I really like the redwood sculpture Hausiago did.
Could you show me, Danny? Because I don't know.
Me
Maybe I'm
neither.
just out of it, but
Hausiago, Nick Cave, and Brad Pitt.
it's a very fashiony show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, not fashion, but very Hollywood show. Very.
Star power.
It is. I really like the redwood sculpture. So, redwood sculpture. Oh, maybe this one? This is very cool. Like a huge sculpture.
Yeah, looks
Is
like
it wood? No, it says bronze. So maybe
Oh,
it's not
wow.
this one.
Oh, well, bronze could be red. Could have
No,
like
no,
a
but
red
they said
patina.
redwood.
Oh,
That's why I'm saying I guess it's not this one because this one's bronze.
Or maybe it is.
Maybe.
No, maybe they thought it was wood, but it's bronze.
Mm,
Where is the show? In LA, I suppose? Or I don't know. I have no idea. It could be in Venice.
let's see. So I'm just reading in surfacemagazine.com.
Mm-hmm.
Thomas, I don't know if I'm saying the last name good. Hausiago?
Probably.
Nick Cave and Brad Pitt are quite the odd trouble.
That's not a word, but yeah.
So let me see. I'm trying to see where it was.
Maybe they can tell us. It's the easiest way.
Uh, is it
Do you want to
is it
ask
this
or
one in Finland? Maybe.
we could ask?
It says the celebrities did so. Kaisla Kurama was saying the celebrities did sculptures for the first time ever and had the exhibition far away here in Tampere, Finland. So yeah, it's this one.
Yeah.
Nick Cave's porcelains were really cool also. Nick Cave, the singer, and Brad Pitt, the actor, believe it or not.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So I want to see the pieces. Mm. And Kaisla was saying the gallery is really good as well, so they took a risk with showing quote unquote hobbyist art.
Yeah. Well, they have like that little bit of leeway that, you know, immensely popular people have when they do, whatever they want to do.
Yeah.
So they're always given like an extra chance that let's say other amateurs wouldn't be given.
It's
So
like what we were talking about podcast with I forgot the name.
Conan?
Conan O'Brien. Yeah, no. I mean, he's great. But
Yes.
what I'm trying to say is that he started a podcast, and just because he's cool and people know him, they would go easier than someone that started a podcast out of the blue. With this, I'm not trying to say that it's not a very cool podcast, because it is. But I'm just trying to say, because we were talking about the podcast I listened to, which is Crime Junkies,
Mm-hmm.
and they did like a collab, and I was telling you that because you were like, oh, it's great for Crime Junkies to be in the Conan O'Brien. I told you that actually Crime Junkies is bigger now, but I get what you're saying because
Yeah, I
being
don't know if I
in
meant
a
it like
Conan
that,
O'Brien,
but because yeah, no, I've always believed like what you told me that it's like it's the second biggest podcast in the world. Like
it's the
that's
first
crazy.
it's the first true crime podcast.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So
That's super well deserved.
yeah, so I guess like I hope it doesn't sound bad what I was trying to say.
No, not at
I was
all.
just trying to say that because they are loved, known and loved, they can try to do something else and people would want to see it because they are already invested on that person. So, yes. Kaisla Kurama was saying how Seago, I'm sorry, I'm gonna keep saying it like that, didn't tell the friend's name to the gallery. He insisted that he would only do an exhibition if they could come along. The exhibit is like a love song for friends who lift each other up.
Very nice.
Yeah, that sounds cool.
I have to look into it more because honestly, I didn't know that was something that was happening.
No, me neither. So, yeah, thank you, Kaisla, for telling us. Mm, Camila O'Gorman was saying, well, not that risky. I mean, they are big celebrities. Mm, Kaisla was saying, luckily, both of the other did quite good stuff.
Sometimes I wonder if it matters if they do cool stuff. Like sometimes it doesn't matter. Like people are more into the idea of, let's say, Jim Carrey painting
Yeah, because
and
it's
him
like,
speaking about painting as if he's painted his whole life.
because that's what I was trying to say. I mean, because in Conan O'Brien's case, it is a very cool podcast.
Yeah, I mean, but that has to do
But
like a podcast for him is way more analogous to what he does
yes.
than Jim Carrey painting.
Yeah, no. But what I was trying to say is that even if a celebrity, let's say ex celebrity, say, I am going to open like I don't know, a Hollywood actress, let's say.
You're gonna open a Hollywood actress?
No.
That would
No.
that would probably
A
get
Hollywood
Crime
actress
Junkies.
opens a podcast and they say, I'm going to open a podcast. I'm sure that they are going to hit a ton of reproductions of the chapter they do just because of who they are.
Sure.
as I was saying, just because people are very invested on that celebrity and
Yeah, that's
whatever they're
being
into.
popular.
Well, being famous, I guess. Let's see. Um, it's like when we opened our TikTok and we got 2 followers.
Flagged.
Um, Liad was saying hello. Hey,
Hey,
Liad,
hey,
how are
Liad.
you? Cacaito was saying todo bien, ya terminando de trabajar. Y para el tip perruno, jajaja, hay que estar muy pendiente de donde pisamos. Igual nos ha pasado, pero pues hay que estar muy atentos al piso, sí o sí.
Mm-hmm.
Recomendación, compra unas botas pantaneras para salir con estas lluvias. Eso hicimos con Santi y las compramos en Home Center porque nos cansamos de dañar y mojar y ensuciar nuestros zapatos. Sí, la verdad, vi unas cosas que son como un protector transparente para los zapatos. Está en mi carrito, tengo que comprarlo, pero, o sea, en mi carrito de compras. No tengo carrito, pero está en mi carrito de compras
Un
para
Twingo
comprarlo.
tienes.
Em, Camila Ogorman, cuando decía Set, Cam y Jafet,
Ujú.
decía las secuelas del colegio religioso.
Lo mismo acá.
Lu Andino dice, hola a todos, todes. Los miro mientras pinto y tomo unos mates. O sea, más
Encima
de
del
uno.
bus.
Yo diría, yo puedo decir tomo unos matchas.
Sí, tú te tomas más de uno.
Sí, sí.
¿Sí o no? Sí. Dos te tomas por ahí al día.
O 3.
¿Sí?
Sí, depende.
Estás demasiado calmada, alerta.
Sí.
Te he notado demasiado. De pronto es eso.
No, de pronto necesito más. La verdad. Siempre más. Eh, mucho matcha nunca es suficiente.
Voy a hacer como si
Emily
no hubiera
Hales who
escuchado
was
eso.
saying, hey guys, hey Emily, how are you? Happy New Year, Emily.
No, what are we doing, Danny? No.
Omer Glitch was saying, pull it up.
What?
What? Catherine Peremsky was saying, which Nick Cave? I get so confused about whether people are talking about the textile artist or the singer.
So I think recent, let's say recent contemporary global phenomena, it's Nick Cave, the musician.
Yes.
Although Nick Cave, the contemporary artist, is a beast. Oh my God. I think, where was it that we saw one of his suits? In the Spain collection? Do you remember? It had like, I told you, oh, that's a Nick Cave suit.
Oh, in
Where was
the
it? Thyssen? Reina
no,
Sofia?
Reina Sofia, I think.
Maybe. Oh, they're gorgeous.
Yeah.
They're gorgeous.
No, maybe Thyssen.
Yeah, I don't remember, but oh my lord, are
Yeah,
they
yeah.
gorgeous.
Um,
Would love to see a whole performance with one of those.
Gyu was saying, hi guys. Hey Gyu, how are you? Camila Ogorman dice, la paleta de hoy es Zorn, no veo bien en mi pantalla. Sí,
Sí, sí,
más,
te hace falta
no, es
el...
que se alcanza, espera, es que yo muevo, o sea, se ve un
Perdóname.
poquitito del...
Sí, mira, negro, rojo cadmio, amarillo ocre y blanco titanio. Tengo azul ultramar acá, pero no lo voy a usar.
Ay, ¿sabes qué?
No.
Well, I'm gonna say it in English, but
Sure.
I think we forgot
To do what?
the palette that you were gonna use today, that we could use next week
There's
with the
always next
cobalt
week.
teal.
Always next week.
So we could,
Unless I die.
so no, don't say that.
Well, but it's true.
No, so we could do the cobalt teal
Yes.
someday.
Next week.
Someday.
Someday.
Adrián Caicedo dice todes, lol. Sí decía todos con el arroba, entonces lo leí todes, Adrián. Omar Glitch was saying the artwork for the show by Brad Pitt and Nick Cave. Pull it up to share with all of us. LOL. Oh,
What?
let's see. Como para que lo muestre. What was that?
That was nothing.
Ah. Ah. Darían Gallardo dice, hola a
Mhm.
todos. Hola Darían, ¿qué tal?
Garian Gallardo.
So do you know how many paintings of your food you've done?
No, maybe 10-ish. Maybe not even. I would say probably 6.
And do you know if you prefer one
One foot
from the
over the
other?
other.
Yeah. In
Oh
your paintings,
wow!
like,
I don't know. Like my left or my right?
of course. Well, I don't know if you
No.
have a third one that I haven't seen, but
Okay,
yeah.
no, we're not going to talk about that. No, no, that's a good question. I don't think I ever show any sort of favoritism.
Or maybe you don't know it, but you always.
Maybe my left foot is like, hey, what gives? What the fuck?
Well, this one's your left one.
And he's finally like, yay,
Mhm.
finally. I was left behind for so long. Killing it today.
You know, I remember it was
What's that?
very funny because I took a photo
Mm-hmm.
when I was back in the university of my
My
feet.
feet? Oh,
Yeah.
my feet?
No, mine.
Oh, okay.
No, I think
I was gonna say, was this public or was this
no,
like?
no.
Did I notice when you were
No.
taking the photo?
And
You freak.
I was trying to do I think we haven't met at
Okay,
that
at this
moment.
point,
Yeah.
yeah,
So I was going to do a drawing, but I
yeah,
took some pictures. And I do remember I had them on the screen
yeah.
and my mom walked in.
Mm.
And I've told my mom that there was a class that you could attend
Yeah.
in the
Amphitheater.
yes.
Okay.
I think you know where we're going to. So I told her about that class and I was like,
Yeah.
"Mom, there's this class. It's very cool. Maybe I'm going to stay some afternoons." And she was like, "Okay. I mean, if you want to." She was like, I wouldn't cuz she's very scared.
Squeamish. Yeah.
Yeah. But she was like, I would be fine if you do it. So just okay. And I had that picture
Yeah.
and she was like, "Oh, you finally went to that class." And I was like, "To what class?"
Oh, that's
And she was
funny.
like,
That's
"Yeah."
really
And
good.
she was like, "The one in the amphitheater." And I was
Yeah.
like, "No, mom, they haven't started." She was like, "So
Oh,
who's that?
you
Whose
do have
are
cadaver
those
feet.
feet?" And I was like,
You
"Mom,
do. I
those are
always wanted to
mine."
say something, but
And I was like, "Mom, they are standing
well,
in a
yeah,
wood
no.
floor."
I know. Yeah. Oh, that's so good.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that. I didn't know this story.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm with your mom though.
Well, it was funny because they were super purple-ish
Yeah, they're
because
always
of the light, but also because of the cold. So it
yeah.
was very funny.
Your
And
feet
I
are
remember
always like
after that
freezing too.
that I finished the drawing and I was like, "Mom, look, these are the feet that you thought that were part of the amphitheater." And she was like, "I never said that. Don't say that." Because I said
Yeah.
it in front of my grandma.
Oh,
She was
wait.
like, "I would never say that." And
Putting
I was
her to
like,
shame
"Okay,
then.
okay." But yeah, it was very funny because I was like, what is she talking about? Like, I didn't even realize.
That was pretty good.
Yeah. So it was mine, Mom. I'm very pale.
I'm sure there's cadaver's feet that are warmer than your feet.
Yeah.
I'm
Oh,
pretty
because
certain.
of the yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty certain.
My hands are always cold, but my feet are always like ice. And
Yeah.
I like that. Like I can't sleep with socks. I just can't. Like having warm feet while sleeping. No, I can't. But sometimes I just move and my feet like my foot touches Nicolas
Yeah. And
and
I
he
die
wakes
for a
up.
second.
Yeah. Not very happy when I
No.
do that.
No, that's not cool at all.
Well, it's cool
Oh,
at all.
oh.
It's very cool, but
This is one of the worst things ever.
yeah, because you're always like super warm.
I'm an oven. Yeah.
Always.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
It's born that way.
Mm, Maurrazo dice, hola, buenas tardes, con la noticia de que quedé seleccionado para irme de intercambio de mi Facultad de Artes acá en México a la Universidad de los Andes. ¡Ay, qué
Viene
chévere, Mau!
acá.
¿Y Mau ha venido a Bogotá antes? Quiero saber.
Felicitaciones.
Sí,
Yo
felicitaciones.
contemplé enseñar ahí por un tiempo, pero después no. Incluso me ofrecieron. eh, pero ya era en un momento donde ya no quería enseñar como más.
O sea,
Eh,
no enseñar así, porque igual tú
enseñar sí, digamos,
institucionalmente.
institucionalmente, sí. Pero es una facultad muy bonita, es una facultad muy vieja, porque, por ejemplo, mi mamá estudió artes allá, eh, pero es una facultad como renovada porque hicieron como todo un espacio nuevo hace unos 10 años, de pronto.
Mm, no sé si un
De
poquito más.
pronto. No, yo creo que 10 no está mal. Es muy bonita la facultad.
No, y pues
Mu-
muy buena
muchos
universidad, muy
éxitos.
chévere. Mau dice, no, es la primera vez que voy a ir, estoy emocionado y nervioso, ojalá
Mm,
poderles ver. ¿Y
Bueno,
Mau dónde se va a quedar? Mau tiene...
con nosotros. Yo no te había dicho nada, pero me ha escrito
No, no hay dónde.
y acá le estoy preparando el sofá.
Sí, no.
Lo único que le
Toca
estoy diciendo es
o
que
Mau o Chili.
saque
Y
a
pues
Chile
Mau el problema.
al parque, que
es-
no tiene que pagarnos nada, pero nos pague sacando a Chile.
Ay, pero a mí me encanta sacar a Chili al parque, no.
Qué pena, Mau. Entonces ya no,
No,
se cayó.
ya no hay
Se cayó el
dónde, Mau.
ofrecimiento, qué pena.
Em, dice, jaja, en la sala de su casa. Sí, ¿no? Ya, Mau. Ahorita
Abusivo,
hablamos, Nicolás.
abusivo este.
No, pero muy chévere, Mau.
Felicitaciones.
Em,
Y es una muy buena facultad y es muy bonito. Queda como en el centro histórico, digamos, de la ciudad. Queda cerca al centro histórico de la ciudad. Mucho más arriba, o sea, toca trepar harto. Mau va a usar los pulmones aquí en Bogotá.
Mau, ¿en qué parte de México vive? También importante para que sepa. Si vive en Ciudad de
Guadalajara.
México, perfecto, porque el tráfico debe ser parte de su día a día. Pero si de pronto
No,
no contempla que hay mucho tráfico y no va a vivir tan cerca de la universidad,
no,
eso es
y
súper
no,
importante
y
tenerlo
México
en cuenta.
nos gana en tráfico, mi amor.
Por eso dije,
Es tan
depende de la
grande,
ciudad.
sí, el DF es tan grande que nos gana fácil.
Pues por eso dije que si es en Ciudad de México, 100% sabe del tráfico, pero que si de pronto es una ciudad más pequeña, pues a la gente a veces se le olvida o a veces no conoce que el tráfico de Bogotá es cosa seria. Ah, no, sí, Mau dice, muchas gracias en la mera Ciudad de México. Hay muchísimo tráfico. No, entonces va a llegar acá que no haya tanto como allá.
Bue-
No, allá es
Sí, no, es que es muy
impresionante.
grande.
O
No, el
sea,
DF es muy grande.
sí. Rob Fiore was saying, are you looking at your food right now?
Oh, I would have a horrible pain if I was trying to maintain those toes like kind of pointing upwards.
Well, you are looking at your painted food.
Yeah, I'm looking at a photo of my foot.
Yeah.
But no. If you're asking if I'm painting it from life, no.
Mm, Jeff Akoff dice, hola Nico, Dani y Chili desde Holanda, viernes. Viernes.
Mm.
Nosotros casi no estamos acá los viernes, pero pues por el nuevo año, feliz año, Jeff.
No, no.
No, no,
Es que iba a decir en inglés, pero no, ya estás empujando el chiste mucho. O sea,
no,
yo ya me
feliz
quiero bajar
año,
del
Jeff.
bus. Ya me quiero bajar del bus.
Javier Ugarte dice, Nicolás, una pregunta.
Sí, señor Javier.
¿Mantienes siempre un sistema para pintar? Me
No.
refiero al mismo sustrato, el mismo diluyente, pinceles, etcétera.
Mm.
Digo, en general, porque te he visto experimentar.
Em, Supongo que hay cosas con las que ya me siento, ojalá no decir cómodo como si estuviera, fuera muy complaciente conmigo mismo.
¿No? ¿Familiarizado de pronto?
Sí, o sea, las entiendo como mis herramientas.
O también es porque las
Mm,
tienes, yo creo, es que...
sí, pero honestamente puedo, o sea, no me incomoda cambiar las variables para trabajar, si le soy sincero. Para nada.
Lapis Exili, so Shade was saying, hey everyone. Hey Shade, how are you? What are you doing right now?
What are you doing?
What are you doing, Shade?
Something shady?
Yeah. Are
Always.
you sitting on the shade
Okay.
or not?
Not
Uh,
going there, Danny.
to the shade?
No,
Well,
to
you
your
should.
comments.
Yeah, shady. I was gonna say shade was saying, haha, shady things.
Always.
So shade was saying, drawing another. I always doubt.
What?
Barge plate.
I think it's
Barg.
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 Barg. Think he's
My
French.
default is barge, but I don't know why.
No, it's
So
okay.
barg
Just
plate.
think that he's French, so you have to like
I'm gonna say
have to
barge,
bark
or
it
I'm
up.
gonna ask all the time. Lapis said, Lapis, shade. So Lapis Hexlis was saying you said it all right. French is weird, haha. So is it
Barg.
bar
I don't think it's
or
barge.
barge? So
Maybe. Do you think it's barge? I've always
is
said
it
barg.
barge? Shade? I want to know.
You know, I don't know. I
'Cause
actually don't
I
know.
always go for barge.
I always go for barg. Barg.
Bah. That's like chili.
Bah.
Bah.
I don't, I've never known. I don't know how RGWE finish, like, how do you pronounce that in French? Maybe we have, like, French
So
speakers.
Shade was saying, I think it's the way Nicolas said it, but I have no clue.
We can ask Camila
I'm not
O'Gorman.
French.
O'Gorman. Sabe
Jeff Acuff was saying, I've always heard with a hard G. So
Barg.
Barg. Barg?
Yeah, but the R, you don't do R in French.
Shade was saying, the instructor said it like Nicolas. And Catherine Peremsky said, Nicolas has it right. I speak French. Oh,
Ooh
so
la
it's
la, merci, merci.
Barg.
Barg.
Okay. Yeah, and Catherine was saying it's like Nicolas said it. So no barge,
Yeah.
just Barg. Barg. Rosaline Dion was saying, hello everyone, hope you're all having a great day.
Oh, Rosalind,
Hey
how are
Rosaline,
you?
I'm happy to see that you have your book and that you're enjoying it.
Oh, yes, finally.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Very, very happy.
Well, it was also because it did a little detour.
Well, she was globetrotting,
Mhm.
so it was waiting for Rosalind to
Jeff-
come back.
Jeff was saying, oui, Nicolas. Nicolas.
Oui.
Nicolas. What do you know to say in French? By the way,
Mm-hmm.
Fer is learning French because she wanted to
Yeah.
on Duolingo.
Yeah, she's
She's very cool.
I don't know why I think she's going to be really good at languages.
Yeah.
Cuz
Also,
she
it's
started with Italian,
Mm-hmm.
but she's picked up English, like her pronunciation for as little as she's had English, which it sounds weird because English is like the one language that probably most, if not almost all schools here teach. Second language that all schools here teach.
Well, but it's not her case, so
But
it's
because
the third.
because she goes to an Italian school, she just Italian is like the first language that they teach them. But she's been in English for 2 years, I think, and she's doing really, really well. So I think that if she really wants to, if she puts her mind to it, I think she's going to be really good.
I also think it's cool
Very
that
persistent too.
she did it because she wants.
Yeah,
do
pretty amazing.
Yeah.
In the same way Samu wanted to vacuum his room the other day.
Well,
I was like, "Oh
they're
my
kind
god.
of different things, but yeah.
Where is the angel commanding him to do this? Like, what's going on here?"
Yeah, it was as surprising as
Yeah. It was either amazing or his room was just so dirty
I
that
think both.
that his conscience just was like, "Okay, we have limits
Yeah.
here."
Jeff was saying LOL Samu. Yeah. I mean, and it was very funny because he was like, Dad, is there a vacuum? So he was asking as if he has
No, I
never
mean-
seen his vacuum in her life. So he was like, is there a vacuum? And you were like, yeah, well, that's the robot vacuum. There's a little vacuum. And he was like, no, no, no. Is there a vacuum for my room? And you were like, do you need to vacuum? And he was like, I would want to vacuum. And you run to
I've
the
never pulled
closet.
out
We
that
were,
vacuum cleaner,
yeah.
so you know.
You run there so fast. You were like, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. I think you were thinking like, if it takes me too long,
Oh, if it
he's
takes me
gonna
3
regret
more
it.
seconds,
Yeah,
he's asleep.
yeah,
So I had to be on my toes.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So you ran there,
Oh,
and he vacuumed for,
like
I
about
would
3
say,
seconds.
a whole 4 minutes. I was gonna
No, that's
say
pretty good.
5, but
Actually, I think it was longer than I would have
me
anticipated.
too, me too. I
Yeah.
mean, and you could listen to the movement, so it wasn't like
Yeah.
he turned on the vacuum and
Maybe he
he
had a
was on
plan.
his
I'm just going to
phone.
turn it on and go to sleep.
No, because you could hear the.
Maybe he was just pushing it with his foot.
Yeah, 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 maybe.
And
But
he's
yeah,
like, suckers.
Shade was saying, "LOL, teenagers."
Oh my God.
Yeah. Um. Let's see. Mm. And Shade was also saying, "Oh, that's awesome. Good luck, Fer." And Jeff was saying, "Go, Fer. That's awesome. Language is the door to the world."
Oh, very true. Very
Yes.
nice.
And vacuuming is the door to being
Health,
able to open
to
Samu's
breathe.
door.
Yeah, to
So,
breathe.
I mean, they can both open a door, a different door.
Mm.
Thank you. Ibrahim Salah. Oh no, Roslyn before was saying, "You all are impressive with your language skills. I should focus more and improve." We, as in including me,
Oh,
Roslyn.
look at her. Fishing for compliments there.
Shade was saying, "Ha ha ha, Danny," and laughing emojis. I love that Shade appreciates my humor.
She's very respectful, I feel. Yeah.
Ibrahim Salah was saying, "Is good relationship possible with a partner who has no interest in art while you're obsessed with art? Would your relationship have suffered if Danny had no interest in art?"
I think that every relationship is different. Like,
Yeah.
there can be two people that are polar opposites that
Yes.
work wonderfully well together, and each of them pushes each other towards like things that are not known to them. And
Yeah.
if that's what the relationship needs, then that's awesome.
Mhm.
And sometimes when people have similar interests, they get bored with each
Yeah.
other because they're not exploring new things. So I would say, things, whatever works, I think is our motto.
Yeah. I would say that in our specific case,
Yeah.
it is something that we both love and it
Yes.
helps us like keep us super together because
Yes.
we
A hundred
work
percent.
together, we are together, we talk about art, we share the art we like, we collect art. So it is a thing that just, yeah, like joins us even more. But I don't think it's something that needs to be like that.
No, not at all.
Because
Not at all.
if that was the case, like a doctor would always be partner of a doctor, and
Happens, but
yeah, no, I mean it happens, but it's not the only
no, no,
thing.
no,
Because
no.
I also think that, I mean, if Nicolas was an artist, but he, like his humor and my humor weren't aligned,
Your
or
humor,
his I don't know, his
feet.
moral and my morals weren't aligned, it wouldn't work. Even if
Right.
he has the same interest and the same like he shares the same sensibility or he likes the art I like.
Oh
Like
yeah,
that
being
wouldn't make sense.
yeah,
So
I would say being an artist doesn't mean one thing.
no.
Like, it's not like a single thing. I've met people in my life that are artists that I've had immediate connections with,
Mhm.
and I've met people in my life that were painters, figurative painters. Like, we love the same things, but immediately we realized, oh no, we're not friends.
Yeah.
Like, we would
No,
never,
we can't.
we can't be
Yeah.
friends. It's
No,
just
that
too
has happened to
different.
me
So
too. Yeah. So no, I don't think Ibrahim, that's something that you need. I mean, I think it's very important to genuinely be interested in the person you're with, whatever that means, but that doesn't have to be getting super involved in art. Like someone can love and be interested in someone else's happiness and someone else's interest without that meaning that they are going to love art or be as interested as their partner is.
Yeah. Danny is
So,
super beautiful, super kind. She gets excited about when I see like a statue that I like, or and I show it to her. She's
no,
super
because I like
excited.
it. I
But it's not like she goes on the internet to hunt for statues because she likes
only
it so
if I
much.
want to give a present to you.
Yeah.
Like,
But she likes it because she knows that it's important for me.
mm-hmm.
And I'm the same way with Danny. Like, when I we are of different generations. So for example, I missed SpongeBob. I was probably more of Ren and Stimpy. My equivalent, although SpongeBob was far more ubiquitous, but my equivalent was Ren and Stimpy. What people would watch like at 10 at night, 11 at night, when they were high. So that that to me was like what I could associate with something that felt like SpongeBob. But because Danny liked it, I started
By the way, I
trying
was a
to.
hard. I am a hard fan.
Oh no,
So
no,
also
yeah,
I
you are.
quoted a lot of
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
SpongeBob.
This is
So
like SpongeBob for Danny is like, oh, this is my childhood, but beyond my child is something that
no,
I
it is part
love.
of
Like
my
this
life.
is
Yeah.
this is amazing. Um, but it's one of the little things that you can say, oh, I want to learn more,
Mhm.
just to know what she likes, and
Mhm.
and that's and that's it. So only video game that we've platinumed is a SpongeBob video
Yeah.
game. So that shows you how much we can get invested in like what each other like.
Yes, and you see cool figures of SpongeBob, and
Oh, I always think of
you
you.
get
Yeah,
them. Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
So
I had to watch the. Well, I didn't have to, but I watched like the first season, which is like I realized how much of SpongeBob is in the first season, like
mhm.
because it's super crazy.
Hmm.
It's like eventually. I mean, I don't know if eventually it gets crazier but different. I feel. Um, but you could see in the first season like everything, like all the sort of ground rules of what was going to be
Yeah.
SpongeBob, which is incredible. I
Yeah.
feel. But I wanted to get her like a little drawing of an animation cell,
No,
and
but
I
you got
wanted
it
it to be
from the
from the
third
first,
from
yeah,
the first season,
from the
but
first
and it's
season.
so
So
good.
so I watched it just to see what I could find. And it's those things like, when you are interested in somebody, it never feels like an effort. It never feels like you're doing a job. It just
Yeah.
feels like, oh, this is cool to the person that I love. It may not be like, I don't, if I have free time, like I'll watch, I don't know, Chainsaw Man, but I won't
Yeah.
watch, it's not that I sit down and watch SpongeBob,
Exactly.
but it doesn't matter because,
Exactly. It doesn't mean that I'm going to collect statues now or that your favorite cartoon is SpongeBob now. But I was interested in what interests you, and you are interested. I am interested in what interests you, and you are interested in what interests me.
yeah,
So you can share that without that being something that has to be like, for example, statues being something that have to be like a like the first thing in my mind all the
right.
time. No. So Eric Carlson was saying, "How about Adventure Time?" Oh, we like it a lot.
Yeah.
Uh, the first mm, birthday gift
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
is over here. This one, I gave it to Nicolas.
Yeah. Finn
It
that
is
changes
Finn.
faces.
Yeah.
I love it. I
Yeah.
absolutely love it.
Yeah. So we like it too. But I have to say, for me, SpongeBob is over everything. I mean, and people could say no. I mean, it is like a better. It was better written this other cartoon or this or whatever. But SpongeBob has been like a constant in my life. So I know that sounds cheesy, and I'm talking about a
No.
TV program, but it
What?
has. So it
No.
has a very impactful meaning for me.
No, no, no. That's awesome.
Yeah. I don't know if I've said this, but I played I was bowling, like I was practicing bowling when I was growing up, like in a league. And my bowling ball is a SpongeBob bowling ball. So,
Commitment.
yes, it was the perfect gift from my parents. Have no idea where they got it, but
I know, right? That's so
amazing.
specific.
Yeah. And it is the perfect SpongeBob ball, like bowling ball. Because I've
Yeah.
seen others that are cool, but they're like a scene
Oh
in
no,
one
this is like
side.
big
No,
face.
this is just yellow and it has the holes, and it is SpongeBob's face. So I love it. I have to bring it here. It's in my parents' house.
Yeah, we should find a way to like exhibit it or
Yes.
something. I'm
Yes.
sure Samu will find a way to drop it on his foot,
No,
but
no, no. So that would be very sad. That would be.
what?
No, that
Oh,
would
for
be
Samu
terrible.
drop it. Yeah.
No, I was thinking about that. And that's something that's very valuable for me. So,
Oh, I don't
like, I
think that
take a lot of care
I don't think your
of it.
bowling ball is going to suffer. I think Samu's foot is
No,
going
it
to
can.
look like this.
Well, and I've told you that when I got that bowling ball, I don't know if people know this, but you get the ball without holes, and you have to go to open the holes,
Never knew this.
depending on the size of your fingers. So I went to the academy I was practicing in, and they measured my fingers. Measured, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
And we opened the holes, but they were meant for me. And my sister was like, "Oh, that's amazing! I want to try it." And she just like put the fingers in, and she was like, "I'll be back in a sec." And she went to her room with the ball, and I was like, "This is kind of iffy." Well, she was stuck in it, and she
Yeah.
was crying because she thought that they would have to break the ball
Yeah.
in
To this
order
day,
for
she
her
still
to.
has the ball. You know, she got married. She had
No.
to have like her
She got
finger on the
married,
other
by the
hand
way. Yes.
because, the ring finger is just inside the
No,
ball.
but it was funny. I mean, she could take them out after that, but I was like,
She's
please,
she's chosen not to.
please don't put your fingers in my bowl
Okay,
anymore.
that sounded
'Cause
weird.
I in my SpongeBob bowling ball
There we go.
ever again. Um, let's see. Mm, so Jeff Acup was saying LOL. Um, Roslyn was
Mhm.
saying, people view my husband as a businessman and me as the quote unquote creative, but honestly, I feel he's a completely creative thinker, like a problem solver, and out of a box thinker, like an artist, in my opinion. We are more alike, but I'm the quote unquote artist. Exactly. I feel that you can bond and you can feel that you are similar or that you're attracted to some personality
Trait.
traits in someone that doesn't have to be exactly like working or interest in the exact same things that you are. So, mm, Shade was saying, see, Rosalind, that's pretty much what I mean. There has to be a similar outlook on creativity to some degree. Exact. And Rosalind was saying exactly, Shade. Shade was saying, doesn't have to be the same field, but a similar attitude, curiosity. And Shade was saying, Danny, that's so sweet. Oh man, that sounds sad to me. What?
That does sound sad to me. I don't know. Something you said.
Um, Corey Crumnacker was saying, good afternoon, everyone. How has your day been, Danny and Nicolas? It's been great. How has your day been?
Good. I did a drawing
Mm-hmm. Of
um
your mom?
of my mom. It reminded me, let me see if I could find it. I mean, it reminded me not because I'm any good at it, but um let me see. Let me see. I'm not going to be able to find it. But I've always maybe I'm mistaken about this. Yeah, maybe I am mistaken.
About
I don't know whose drawing this is. Like I'm trying to search for it because I always thought it was like a either a Bonnard or a Vuillard drawing, but I don't think it is. Um,
Which one?
it's like it's an interior. Well, if I knew which one it was, I could.
No, 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 like
Yeah.
describe it. I mean,
So it's like an interior with a table, and there's this. I think it's probably the artist in the back. It's probably from a photograph, and then there's a woman in front, like a woman on the table. I mean, it's sounding like any
no, but isn't that the
French
painting?
like post-impressionist drawing. Um,
No, I think that's
no, 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 but it's not. No, I'm searching here, Danny, and
because
it's
I
not.
think I'm thinking about a painting we saw
No, no,
of
no, no. It's
Bonnard that you can see.
yeah, no, no, no. But it's that's why I think I always mistaken it with that. But it's really beautiful, and I think it's a drawing that eventually is also like an etching, and I think there's
I
a
see.
maybe like a scribble version of that drawing, and then there's a pen and ink version of that drawing, and I'm trying to remember who it is, but
Mm,
I forget now. And it's maybe I don't know why my brain is telling me I sound like a psychic now for some reason, but my brain is trying to tell me like that it was something that's figurative of an artist that eventually wasn't, very figurative, if that makes any sense. God,
can
but
you describe the pose again?
no, it's I don't
So it's a
like.
table.
Yeah, she's lower. The woman is lower. The guy is like, but there's something about the drawing that I did of my mother that reminded me of that drawing.
Okay.
And I've always had a reproduction of that drawing, and I think I had it in my computer in the old drive that we had,
Mm-hmm.
but that one fried, so that one's gone. I'm trying to remember who is it. You know who I thought it was?
Who?
Like initially when I said, "Oh, I'm gonna look for that drawing," because it just kind of sparked my memory. I thought it was Vailloton, Félix Vailloton,
Mm.
and it wasn't. I thought it was his for some reason. Um,
No, because I was trying to look for the Bonnard painting
yeah, no, no,
I was
no. This
saying,
is
but
this is like I don't know if it's a I don't know if it's a if it eventually becomes a painting. Trying to think. No, and Vallotton. No, he's super graphic, so it's not Vallotton. He's amazing at like etchings. His etchings are incredible. Oh Lord, this is gonna kill me because I love that drawing, and the only reason I know that drawing is because I remember my mother would buy me when I was younger these like little booklets um of art, like art booklets. And
this one, no.
no, no, no. Um, and in the last page of that booklet was this drawing, and I was like, "Whoa, what is this drawing?" And I remember I liked it, and I remember thinking, I went off to study years later, and I remember thinking, "Oh, maybe I liked it because I didn't know any better when I was younger." And then I remember seeing the drawing again and thinking like, "Oh, wow, that's actually like a really, really good drawing." And um but I don't know. Is it a Matisse drawing? No, probably not. Is it Matisse? Maybe? I don't think it is, but maybe it could be. It could be a Matisse drawing. I mean, he's a genius. So maybe? What am I? Sorry that I'm searching here while
No.
this is great. Great live.
Well, it is.
No, it's probably not. I don't know. Who is it? Ah, this is killing me. And I'm really it bugs me because I know I have like this nice connection with that drawing.
So, do you remember the books
No,
that your mom
no,
showed you?
no, no, no.
So we could go that
Oh
route?
no,
No?
no, that would be a long way to try to get there. No, no. I think it's easier. It eventually it will. I will find it. I don't know if it's like an Emile Zola drawing. Maybe that's also somebody who like comes into my brain.
I think you should like think about it some days and try to like
Maybe he's the one
research.
that's represented. I don't know. Maybe it's Solan Emile Zola and his wife that are like what is this?
How do
That
you
are
think?
represented? I don't know, some music cart like some probably not. I don't know. Why did I think it was Zola? I don't know. I don't know. Anyways, that that reminded me of that drawing.
Yeah, so that
This
was
mystery drawing.
from the question of how was your day?
Oh, well, terrible because I can't seem to remember, who this artist is. I
No, but it's been good, Corey. Uh,
Terrible.
we
Horrendous.
had a good lunch, I would say.
I mean, it doesn't make up for the fact that I just have this hanging over my head.
Um, Chili was super happy in the park, so I enjoyed
Totally
that a lot.
irrelevant.
No, it's been a good day. Let's
I, I would
see.
I would I wouldn't agree.
Jeff Akoff said, "You both have so many interesting backstories." As in my sister's
Oh yeah.
hand stuck.
Yeah. Again, to this day, people used to judge her, but now that you just, super useful.
Camila Ogorman was saying, break the ball or break her fingers to preserve the ball. I can understand her. No.
Yeah, she can't write after that day.
No, of course, always break the
No,
ball.
she can't grip anything
But cry while breaking the ball, but always break the ball.
on her face.
So Shade was saying what Ibrahim said was what sounded sad.
Oh,
Oh, so Ibrahim said, I took a date on National Gallery. She had
okay.
no interest in art, and we literally had to run through the place. That is why I
Oh,
asked.
okay. Oof. And you would think sometime, I mean, but this is us speaking. We are such a, you tend to think that the things that artists love, like people will love if they open up a little bit or if you kind of, share with them how much you love a painting or a sculptor or a sculpture. But truth is, there's people out there that just they're not super sensitive to art, and it's okay. It's totally okay. It's just how they are.
And I
They're
would
not to
also,
blame. It's not something like
yeah.
it's not as if they're evil people or uneducated or there's just sometimes there's people that just don't care. Like if you tell them, "Oh, we could go to like an amusement park or to a museum," and they'll be like, "Oh, dude, 1,000 out of 1,000 times to an amusement park to
I think
like
it
an
would be
amusement
hard
park."
for us to choose if it's a very cool amusement park.
No, no, no. For me,
I'm
museum, a
joking, but
thousand
I mean, we
percent.
are going to go.
I'm sorry. I'm gonna be Ibrahim's date.
No, but I was going to also say, Ibrahim, that I also think that you can be interested in someone's interests. This is going to be like a tongue twister, but you can get interest in someone's interests
Okay.
once you're interested in that person. So I do think that with time, when you get to know the person and you get to know what that person loves, you can start being into that thing. But I don't think it's something that always happens automatically.
Yeah.
So it's not like for the first date, I told Nicolas that we were going to binge watch SpongeBob, or that or he told me that we were going to go and see some statues. So I think that sometimes those things take time. So I mean, I guess that I get that you're sad because that happened, because maybe in your brain you wanted it to be something that you could bond with, but as Nicolas is saying, it's not something like the person has something wrong. I think maybe with time people can start to be interested in those things if they mean a lot to you. But yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. Although it would be like if this person had no interest whatsoever, it's just totally okay to say, okay, that's not,
Oh, that's good
yeah,
too.
we're
I
not.
mean,
It's a kind of like an easy way to realize, okay, maybe we're not
yeah.
we're not meant to be together, and that's
Which is
totally
also
fine.
fine.
Yeah, of
Yeah,
course.
which is also fine. Um, Mo Shindeiru was saying this painting is reminding me of Adolf Mansell's foot
Oh
of the
yeah.
artist painting.
You missed the first little moment of the live where we were saying that
Yes.
it's our yearly homage. So I'm gonna do at least 1 foot a year, one of my feet a year, um, just to try to either um, see if I can shake that influence or see if it's just something that I'll eternally carry with me. We'll see. We'll see how that goes with the
Oh,
years.
Shade was saying there's nothing wrong with that. It's just hard to have such a huge difference between the two people. No,
Yeah.
I get it. And I mean, it, of course, it has happened to me. And I think it has
What?
happened to a lot of people that you just feel like you can connect with someone. And then, like, you have this expectation of how it's going to go. And then it goes very differently. So, of course, you're very disappointed. But I think, I mean, when you date, it's not like you know that that person's gonna like check every box and then you date, but you just get to know the person, and maybe, as Nicolas was saying, you just realize that's not the person you envision yourself with.
And
So,
Ibrahim, was this the
first date?
London's National
Oh,
Gallery?
I was like, first date. I was going for
Yeah.
another.
You wanted more drama.
No, I wanted details, but
London's National Gallery, Ibrahim?
Darian Gallardo dice, Nico,
Yes.
ahí va una de mis preguntas.
Ah, sí, perdón, perdón. Sí. Sí, Darian.
Cuando
Garian.
trabajas grandes formatos,
Sí.
¿utilizas liquid, linaza u otro medio? Por ejemplo, cuando hiciste la pintura de tu papá como Hellboy.
Ah, esa era grande, sí. Sí, esa la terminé cortando, Garian,
Pero no era
porque se la regalé a Felipe. Sí, era grande. Esa pintura era como de 1,80, 1,50, yo creo. Yo
la de
la
tu
corté
papá
toda.
como Hellboy.
Sí, sí, sí.
No la tengo presente.
Sí, era muy chévere. Pero,
Eh,
no sé si la tengo. ¿Sabes que en dónde creo que está? Como en Facebook. Pero sí, la terminé cortando. Em, Inicialmente, si estoy tratando de acordarme y no me pifio, Darían, creo que al principio tiendo a poner mucha pintura, o sea, no medio, sino cubrir y cubrir y cubrir con mucha pintura. Y en las capas subsecuentes sí empiezo a introducir como medio, pero al principio pongo es un jurgo de pintura, muchísima pintura. Entonces yo normalmente pinto así, como muy, muy grueso, y luego es que introduzco medio en la segunda capa.
Corey Krumnaker was saying, I hope you're able to find it, referring to the drawing.
Oh, I will. I will. I know I will, but I don't know how.
And Curry was saying, I drew my late grandmother today. In a way, it felt like the smallest grasp of a last conversation with
Mm,
her, or a way of honoring her for a moment.
that's
Oh,
very
that's
nice.
beautiful.
That's very nice.
Yeah. And
Tough.
it's
Very
very
tough.
nice that you could, like, you could you felt that way today while doing it. That's very beautiful. I don't know why I struggled with the felt so much.
It's okay. You pulled it off in the end.
Mm-hmm.
I thought I was going to paint this so differently than what I'm doing right now. It is so strange. In my
Why?
mind, I thought it was going to be so different. Like, I thought I was going to block it in and then, like, block everything in so I could have, like, all these, like, color relationships. And then I would go for, like, specifics. And I was completely drawn to the specifics, like, immediately. So it's very strange.
So Ibrahim was saying, would love a gallery date with you, Nico.
Oh,
Thank you.
Dude.
No, it didn't work out. No, not the London one.
Okay. No, or wherever you are. It could be your national gallery in whatever city you are. Um, I would love to. I have to go visit. And you can show me around. It's a date, Ibrahim.
And I'm sure it's gonna go perfect.
Oh, are you kidding me? Already a second date planned.
Have you ever had like a terrible date?
No, no.
No? Well, I mean, I've had dates that I'm like, no, this is of course I'm not meant to be with this person,
Mm,
but I don't know if I've had terrible dates cuz I've
no.
heard stories of
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
like crazy bad dates or
No. I don't think, I'll be honest, I don't think I dated
no,
enough.
me neither.
Like, some people date hundreds of people or like dozens and dozens and dozens of people. And I don't think I ever, like, for me, I guess it was kind of different also when, in my generation, because usually I dated, we didn't have stuff like people date nowadays, like online dating, or they're using apps to find
No, well,
dates, which
I've
is totally
never
fine.
online dated, but
Yeah. But I always dated somebody that I knew from
yeah,
somebody
like a
else.
friend of a friend
Yeah. Or
or
it's like a friend tells you, oh, for tonight, you can go out with whomever, like my cousin's friend
yeah, of
or
course, but
something.
after that you would go out with that person
Yeah,
like
but
one on one to
right, but you always had a sense, like,
of who
because
that
if
person
that
was. Yeah,
person
no, I
was
get it.
in
I
the
get it.
circle of your friends, then it kind of meant that there was enough there that you could share, that you wouldn't be like super surprised by anything like totally wacky or weird. So I never, I think that that's how I went out. Um, but yeah, I don't think I ever had like so many experiences to
No,
say
me
like,
neither.
oh, this girl from this week was super weird.
This
And
girl from this week.
yeah, I don't know. I don't know. No, and I also know myself, and I don't get weirded out super easily in the sense that I'm very open when I talk. Like, even if I mean, I never dated psychopaths, so it's not as if I was listening to something that I was like, oh my god, there's something like fundamentally wrong with this human being. No, it was always like it could be somebody super rational, but just liked something else, or we had different opinions on something else. But it didn't. It never mattered to me.
No,
Like,
but you could. Well, I mean, because that happened to me, and you could just like talk for the rest of the
right,
day, and then
right.
that was it.
And then
Like,
you would be like, yeah, okay, well, we'll talk, or we'll see if we talk, or we'll see if we can do this again. And you say bye, and inside that you're probably never gonna see this person again. But it never mattered. I don't know. I just never put so much pressure into dating. I feel
mhm.
so.
Camila Ogorman was saying me lots of terrible dates. Really, Camila? Yeah, because I've heard a lot of people that are like, oh, don't get me started.
Yeah,
Like,
they attract like
I
these
had
terrible
this
stories,
and this and
like
this and
tragic
this. Yeah.
stories.
Corey Krumnaker was saying, thank you both. Sorry for the late reply. My cat was doing crazy cat things, and I had to bribe them with food to stop.
Jesus Christ, cats.
Well, Chili, I mean, you could bribe Chili with food.
Oh,
A
anytime.
1000%.
Yeah, anytime.
It's a good thing that we're speaking in English, so we could say food in
Yeah,
English
she's not.
and not the word that always
Yeah, she's not that
gets her
educated.
attention.
Not that educated.
She's not bilingual.
No.
She's still not bilingual.
Oh, give her time. Yeah.
Yeah. Mm. Ibrahim Salah was saying, haha, that sounds great. With the girl, it felt like speed date in gallery. With you, a long friendship.
Ooh,
That's
very
nice.
nice.
Yeah.
Very nice.
So I'm gonna step out for 1 second.
Sure.
Gonna check chili.
No, we're all gonna look at you. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. So I was saying how I don't know why I got um not derailed because I feel that things kind of happen for a reason, but it, I started painting this thinking that it was going to go a little bit differently, and it really it really became its own little thing of just like observing tiny little um like fluctuations of form and color, and I don't know why. Like I think I grabbed these are the two brushes that I've been using, and that's about it. And I think I used my filbert bristle for the beginning, and then I haven't touched it since. And it's all been this kind of like small flat. I don't know. I don't know why it kind of became this way, but it is what it is. I tend not to question um, when that sort of thing happens. I'm always like thinking, well, probably my sensibility was open to doing that today, and it's just up to me to listen to, it wanting to do this today or not, or me saying, no, 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 no. We're doing this other thing. And when I have something, that I have to do or something important that I want to say through my painting that demands me to work on a specific way, I sort of tell my, whatever caprice led me to paint it differently. I always tell it to like stop, and I'm always like, no, 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 not today. But there are days where I'm far more lenient with myself, and I'm like, okay, let's enjoy this today. That's apparently how I'm supposed to be painting this today. So let's enjoy it because it's gonna feel a little bit different, but very welcoming, especially when you've done subject matter kind of, in a, well, I don't know. I was going to say that I've painted my feet in a very particular way all the time, but I don't know. Now that I'm thinking about it, I think I've painted my feet differently. Yeah, that was a very cute kind of
Yawn.
yeah, it was like a little squeal of a yawn. It was very cute. Um, but no, I think I've painted my feet differently. So I don't know. I think this is just, as always, me just trying to say, okay, this is what we're doing today. I guess it's like painting is an invitation.
Corey was saying, "Oh yeah, haha. I like their independence punk, but shaking their treat bag is always a lifesaver." Referring to the cats.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Camila O'Gorman
Oh
was
god,
saying,
man. Oh my
"Well,
god,
I'm
man.
52 and retired from the market for 3 years, but I think I've come across with really strange situations." So Camila, can you share one? I want to know one.
Oh my.
I
Yeah,
mean, now that yeah,
you can't say that and not expect Danny to want to know more.
yeah, spill the tea.
Without being too specific. We don't want to
Yeah.
shame anyone or to
His name was,
yeah, Gerard
yeah,
Piqué
their name was Pepito. And in the summer
of
of
69.
92.
Of 69. Remember, it's Camila
Oh, yeah.
O'Gorman.
La vieja del
La vieja del
69.
69.
Sí. Uh, Yatuki001 saying, "Hi, Nicolas and Danny. Hey, Yatuki. Happy New Year. How are you? How has everything been?"
Who is this person, Danny?
Yatuki001.
Oh. Yutaki?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I
Oh.
realized
No, I
N-
think.
Nicolas told me that I was saying Yutaki all the time and not Yatuki, so I felt terrible. So
No.
I'm sorry, Yatuki.
I'm sure it was very funny for them.
And Yatuki was saying, "I'm doing great." And Yatuki was saying, "Nicolas, my actual name is Asgeir Valur. It's kind of Viking name.
It's kind of a what?
Kinda a Viking,
Viking? Yeah?
Viking, or Viking,
Yeah, sure.
Viking name."
Nice.
Uh,
Yeah, you're over in Sweden, Denmark, Finland.
no.
No? I think so.
Javier Ugarte dice, ¿sabían que los chihuahuas le pueden quitar el asma a un niño? ¿Qué? ¿Cómo, Javier? Yo quiero saber.
¿Qué quiere decir
Quiero saber
eso?
cómo mi chili le va a quitar.
Si se lo comen.
No, ay, cállate. No.
No, el chihuahua al niño.
Ah, pues, a ver, chili saluda. Y hola. No, she's still sleepy.
Yeah?
Iceland friend.
Iceland. Okay, I remembered.
Yeah. Javier, yo quiero saber. Estos datos de Chihuahua me interesan.
Sí, además de los que suenan ridículos, por favor. ¿Qué es eso?
No, pero ¿por qué ridículos?
Mi amor,
¿Ves? Tú solo irrespetas a Javier.
mi
Él
amor,
dice feliz año y le dice no.
mi amor, cómo
Los
le quita?
chihuahuas quitan no.
No,
Tranquilo,
mi amor,
Javier.
no, hay un animal que quite el asma. O sea, un perro no le quita el asma a nadie. El asma es una condición
Pues sabes
que
que voy a
no se quita
googlear.
con un perro. Y no se quita con un perro y no se quita con un perro en específico. Yo no sé si porque los niños ven el chihuahua y lo ven muy tierno, como que suspiran y de pronto el suspiro les quita el asma. Pero de resto no.
Well, it says myth busting.
Okay.
Chihuahuas can't cure asthma.
No, of course not.
Well,
Like
but
who?
that was what Javier said. Uh, let's see. Mm, can owning a Chihuahua cure asthma? False.
Yeah.
Asthma is an inflammatory disorder. Well, wait, because I want to get. So it says, I have encountered a weird one that is apparently quite popular in Georgia, US area.
Okay,
Chihuahua
Georgia.
dogs will take on, quote unquote, take on a child's asthma. The dog will pick out the one in the family with asthma and sleep in their chest. Will cough, and one day will cough up black stuff,
Okay, stop
and
it.
this cures the asthma
Oh, okay,
sufferer.
stop it. No.
What?
Yeah, no. Dogs can't
Okay.
absorb. Like, what was that movie? That Tom Hanks movie? That the actor that died. I forget his name. He like absorbed disease, but then that killed him. Absorbing disease of somebody else killed him. Spoilers.
Well, yeah.
I mean, it's a 20-year-old movie.
This one? A man cancelled?
No, no, no. It's like Green Mile. Something?
Philadelphia?
No, no, no. What's it called?
A man called Otto?
What? No. No, it's an old movie. Green Mile, I think it was. No? Something like that. The Green something. Was it that one?
Green Miles?
Yeah, yeah. That's probably in your movies that you should watch, but you've never.
The Green Mile movie?
Yeah.
So this one?
Yeah, who's the actor's name?
Michael Clark Duncan?
Michael Clark Duncan. Yeah, he passed. He had like a heart disease, like a heart attack or a heart disease or something. Yeah. So in that movie, and I think that's a book, maybe, if I'm not mistaken. So he's like convicted for something that he didn't do. This is like very racially he was pinned this murder of this girl, I think. And
So it was like racial profiling?
yeah, like in the South, like in the whatever it was, I don't remember the time, like let's say 30s or something, maybe 50s, maybe, I don't know. And Tom Hanks is the officer that's in charge of the executions in jail, in prison. So yeah, so he has like a, I don't know, like a urinary tract thing. And by the end, Michael Clark Duncan, I'm butchering the movie. It's way better than what I'm making it sound.
Well, it sounds
Um,
absolutely
well,
terrible.
he's like a supernatural character, and
He had an urinary
yeah,
infection
Tom Hanks
and
does. Yeah, no. It actually, I think, opening sequence is him going. I think it's the opening sequence, him trying to go to the bathroom, and he's like in incredible pain, and it just like a few drops kind of tinkle out, but it's super painful for him. But yeah, but Michael Clark Duncan cures him. But he
Shade
also,
was saying that movie is unbelievably beautiful and
yeah,
super sad.
yeah, oh yeah, it's terrible.
Well, yeah,
It's
but the Nicolas description is
horrendous.
making
No,
me
I'm killing it.
100%
Yeah,
uninterested.
no. It's really good, and I ruined it for you. So it's one of those that you should have watched, but it's very very good. The cast is incredible, incredible cast.
She's eating things again.
Sure, yeah.
Chili vanilli.
Our little vacuum cleaner here.
Daniel Berberich was saying Stephen King book.
There we go. Yeah,
Mm, let's see. Corey was saying about the asthma uh, Chihuahua cure. That's so funny. I'm from Georgia and haven't heard
Georgia.
this.
Yeah, I don't think
Georgia.
that's a. I don't think that's a thing.
Javier dice, en Guatemala me demostraron que el perro se pone ronco y el niño respira bien.
No, pero vamos, no, no.
Ay, y el pobre Chihuahua.
Yeah, I am totally like I totally agree that dogs can tell if a person is sick. Like not because they're coughing or they're like lethargic or something, but they probably can smell disease. I think that that's the more obvious answer. That we don't realize. I think the gland that they're what do you call that?
Sniff.
Olfactory
Sniffing gland.
something. Yeah,
Sniffatory.
I think it's like 3 times larger than the human beings or something like that, which makes it like which makes them able to smell like 100 more times than us. I think maybe I'm butchering those numbers, but I think I'm close to it. Um, but I don't think we can rationally understand what smelling
Olfactory.
olfactory. Yeah,
Olfactory.
yeah. I
Or
don't think.
Bowman's gland.
Yeah, I don't think we understand what smelling 100 times more than what we can smell feels like.
No.
We have no idea what that means. And I think they do smell disease. They probably know when a body is aching.
Hmm.
They totally do. They can totally do that. I remember like a Nat Geo thing of dogs that can spot cancer like patients that have cancer.
Hmm.
They can totally tell. So, maybe if because they're so benevolent and because they're so like dogs are so kind,
Well,
maybe they know that this person smells like this person's sick and
like needs help. Yeah.
they feel like I'm just going to sit right next to them. But yeah, but I don't think a dog absorbs disease. Like that's kind of ridiculous. When my father was sick with cancer, Pluto would go and sleep with him all day. Like this wasn't super common with Pluto. That Pluto's my sister's dog, but Pluto would go in and he would hop immediately with my father in bed and stay with him all the time. It was really strange, really peculiar. But my father passed. It's not like the dog now has cancer because he's absorbed the cancer. Like that's, come on. I mean, I think it's a beautiful thing that dogs do. It's a very compassionate thing that dogs do, and I totally believe that they're capable of feeling like compassion or thinking that this other human being needs me, but I don't think they can cure things just like they can absorb disease. I don't think so.
Well, they can even, I mean, they are so great at it that they use them for crime scenes to sniff.
Oh yeah, sniff. Oh yeah, the hounds are.
There's
You know,
also like cadaver dogs, which is crazy because they can go
because they're
to
dead. They're zombies.
they can
Like,
go
how
to
the
like a
hell?
landfill and they can know if there's like a cadaver scent. So
Crazy,
yeah,
isn't it?
I think it's crazy. We could never understand.
No. Like, how can we know what that, even begins to feel like, to smell like that?
Shade was saying dogs are amazing. They are super sensitive to their their owner's emotional states too. And referring to Pluto and your dad's story,
Yeah.
uh, Shade was saying that popper sounds incredible.
Oh yeah, and he's just like a mutt. He's like one of these local, you know, rescued mutts. Amazing dog.
Corey was saying, oh yeah, their olfactory senses are so strong. I think they smell the hormones or pheromones that are associated with certain disease. Maybe it is that. So,
Yeah, but I think they have the ability to tell if somebody's, in pain
so
or
it says,
suffering.
so dogs know a person's individual smell, and when illness changes that smell, dogs can notice that too.
Yeah,
Mm,
but they can't cure it. I mean, let's be
no, no,
kind
no.
of
But let's say that
rational about it.
because of how sensible they are to the smells,
Yeah.
they can tell
Oh yeah, for sure. I totally believe that.
quicker than we could,
I would believe
because
that
we wouldn't be
immediately.
sensible to that
Yeah, it's the
those
same
changes.
same
So.
thing. Dogs know that a storm is coming way before people do. Like if it wasn't for weather, weather apps or you receiving weather notices, like if you're in a farm and you're like completely disconnected, sky could be perfect.
And the cows.
Dogs immediately know. Dogs will know there's a
Well,
storm coming.
my grandma, I don't know if this is true, but my grandma used to say that when the cows were like laying on the floor and they wouldn't move, it was because an
They died.
earthquake was coming.
No,
Or no,
well, that sounds a little weird.
no, or rain. I don't know why. I
Okay,
think
those are
it's.
two very
I have
different,
to ask
like,
my sister, but
phenomena, Danny.
no, wait,
One can end the population and one can
no,
just like make
earthquake
flowers
as
grow.
in temblor, because in Sevilla it used to tremor. You told me.
Yeah, I used to have tremors or
Yeah, a lot. So, uh, ¿cómo se escribe tremor?
like it sounds. Yep.
Gracias por nada.
Well,
Al
tremor.
fin.
Tremor.
Pues sí, pero mm, maybe that was a believe.
Do you think so? I think so.
Well, I found it says, so I'm gonna translate as I read.
Okay.
Dogs and other animals, some hours before a tremor begins, can be,
Agitated?
yeah, inquietos.
Yeah.
They start to move in a very nervous way, and referring to dogs, they bark without nothing that can control that barking. Mm, no, look. They're talking about cows,
Yeah, but
and
not
they're saying
cows
that
like staying still. Like
they
I've seen cows lying on the
se
ground.
quedan completamente quietos. Yeah, because I remember that my grandma used to say that you couldn't move the cow when it was going to tre-
Trem.
tremor, yeah. So I don't know. Just Corey was saying that it's rain, I believe. So maybe it's also rain. I don't know,
Yeah.
but I do remember that my grandma
So
used
with
to
any
say
change
that.
in weather, cows are like, not, don't move,
No, I remember
don't
that she was
move.
like, "Oh,
Oh,
look at
it's a
that
drizzle.
cow.
It's a
Blah
drizzle.
blah blah is going to happen." So
But yeah, but cows usually stay still. I mean, it's so normal to
no,
see a cow just being
no,
lying
because
there.
they laid out, they lay and you can't move them. It's like
Well, it's a cow. It's like a ton. I don't know. I'm gonna say I declare myself skeptic on this one. Chili.
well, but So it says, do cows really lay down when it's about to rain?
No. I mean, if they want to, but
Mm,
Chili, come here, Chili.
says there is no
No, of course.
scientific backing for this
How?
belief, but then it is a belief.
Oh, well,
No,
people
because
believe
I
in the
told you and you were like, what?
tooth
No.
fairy.
Mm, look. So this is sciencefocus.com.
Oh, it doesn't. If it
And
has
it
the word
says,
science in the .com, it doesn't
according
mean it's
to a recent
scientific.
survey, no. I mean, they're saying it's not true, but
Okay.
according to a recent survey by the UK Met Office, over 60% of the British public believe that cows lying down is a sure sign of rain.
Okay.
Perhaps the most common theory is that cows are able to sense the approaching rain, either through the increased moisture of the air or the accompanying drop in air pressure. Blah, blah, blah. In truth, however, there is no scientific evidence of this piece of weather folklore.
Yeah.
The most likely explanation for any correlation between cows' behavior and the weather is probably simple coincidence.
Uh-huh.
So yeah.
Yeah, so
So yeah,
nothing.
but it was rain. Why was I talking about that?
I don't know, but Chili's, I think she's going nuts over there with something. I don't know if you want to check, but oh, there we go. She probably ate all the toilet paper. She ventured into the bathroom. Maybe she wanted to go to the bathroom. She was like, "Hey, some privacy, please. Some privacy, please." You know? I thought bathrooms were private. Thank you.
Yeah, she was very like when you can't hear her like actively moving, you
Yeah, it's
know
too
that
calm. It's too
she's up to something
yeah. It's too quiet.
not good. Uh so let's see.
So sorry, cows don't have like superpowers.
So Shade was saying, "Yep, animals in general. Here the deer always fit before bad weather." Corey was saying, "There's a lot of farms in GA,
Georgia.
Georgia. I think it's just a folk saying. I grew up riding horses and it was just the thing people would say." Yeah. So, yes, it is, but it is something that my grandma said here too in
Yeah.
Colombia. So, how did that belief spread so much?
I don't know.
That's a question for another day. Johnny Matatiao was saying, "Hello, Dan and Nicolas.
Johnny.
My mom was telling me that in Israel, they're working on training dogs to read minds and predict if someone is going to commit an act of terror."
Oh, this is like that goat movie. What was that? The George Clooney goat movie. It's so good.
No
It's
idea.
hilarious. And it's actually, I think that's partly true. You know, goats that what was that movie about? Oh, we should watch it. It's actually super
We
weird.
could watch it, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, this is so cool.
No, but we have one that we have to watch. Maybe today.
Which one is it?
The one, I don't know because I don't want spoilers.
Okay, so let's tell me afterwards. Oh, yeah. Sure.
2.0.
Yes, sure.
So Daniel Berberich was saying the men who stare at goats.
Men Who Stare at Goats. Yes,
yeah, and
yes.
Corey also said men who stare at
It's
goats.
so good.
It's
I only watched it. I watched it a couple of times when it
I
came
want
out.
to see it. Now I want
Oh,
to
it's
see
very
it.
funny.
I'm gonna open a tab with it just so you
Chili.
can remember. No.
Yeah.
Go
No,
back.
but I'll I'll look for it in all the services that we pay for, and in the ones that we don't pay for. I'm wondering. Let me see. I'm gonna probably change kind of what I'm doing in the sense that I want to see if I can get like bigger masses of color and see if those can work with what I have laid down with the painting. Let's see. So I'm going back to my bristle and just being a bit bolder. Because I think I like that up top it's busy. I like the fact that there's just like all these tiny little changes in all these like toes and these variations of that kind of red hue just all over the place. But I don't want to solve the rest of the foot in the same way because I think it would be like the rhythm of it would be a little too samey, and I don't know if that's what I want. So I can try to just make it a little bit bigger masses. Let's see, bigger decisions. Still keep my drawing. That's kind of like the tough part. I guess it just can't be floating color. I have to be mindful of my drawing here a little bit. So and I'm trying to, I mean, it's always going to be kind of pinkish, purplish. That's just, by the way, that's what my foot looks like when I step out of the hot shower. So, yeah, yeah. But but I want to keep the sense that there's this redness. I mean, there's redness throughout, but I want to keep the sense of redness, like my most saturated tones up here, and see if I could vary them just slightly, just so we can vary them slightly as we are going, to the bottom of the painting.
I feel like Chile is really growing,
Yeah.
like every single day, so
Oh, look
much.
at her. She found the little bit of the extension cord she just loves.
Can you
I
tell
stay
me
I'm
now?
I'm like stepping on it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Uh, Lu Andino dice, uf, los perros tienen sentidos increíbles, pueden entender las emociones de sus amos también. Cuando uno de mis perros tuvo cáncer y después murió, el otro se dio cuenta. Durante su enfermedad cambió cómo se comportaba, era como más delicado.
Hmm.
Sí, los perros, claro, son muy sensibles a eso
Hmm.
sí. Em, so what were you talking about? The
Um
some changes in.
no, just the painting that I'm trying to I think I got a little too enamored by what was going up top.
Mhm.
Um and then I'm trying to balance it out with the way I approach with what's happening in the bottom. So I think I need to be a little bit bolder and looser
Mhm.
with my color choices here. Um, yeah, just so the smallness of what I have going up there kind of translates as part of the whole, I guess. Let me get like this cast shadow that the foot has, because that's what I think is gonna activate the what is essentially that space, that surrounding space. Because in the light part, that value is perfect. Like this value is really just perfect. But the foot has this not super sharp cast shadow, but it's different enough in particularly in hue that it just makes it a little more interesting. It's very, very little.
So Eric Carlson was saying a little bit ago,
Yeah.
have a nice stream and good luck with the painting. It is
Thank you.
late here, so we'll check the stream tomorrow to see how the feet turn out. So
Thank you.
have a good rest, Eric. Um, Fabio Alonso Castrillón estaba diciendo saludos para ustedes, feliz año nuevo, qué bueno iniciar el año con buena pintura. Feliz año, Fabio Alonso Castrillón.
No, pero
Y muchas gracias por acompañarnos. ¿Qué tal estuvo el fin de año? Elaine Shukri was saying, good morning, Danny and Nico
Elaine.
and OPL. It's funny.
Always weird when Elaine says good morning.
Eric saying, it's late here, I have to go to sleep.
Yeah, that's how the
And
world
Elaine,
works.
good morning. So good morning, Danny and Nico and OPL. Happy New Year. And I have finally sensed, I don't know.
Sinned?
S-Y-N-C-E-D, ¿cómo de sincronizar?
What? Synced. Yeah.
Synced?
Yep.
Timing today. Chili is gorgeous, by the way, so happy for you both. Oh, thank you. She is very gorgeous. And terrible and cute.
She's
Terribly cute.
Yeah, she's eating and it's
And
something
cutely
else.
terrible. No, she was just walking through the shades. She was doing something shady. Yeah. And Happy New Year, Elaine. Elaine was saying, oh, all puppies are terrible in a cute and mischievous way.
Yeah.
Yeah. But again, I mean, she's so tiny that the things she does, like the terrible things she does, are
Little crimes.
yeah, like tiny little crimes. It's not
Yeah.
nothing terrible. She hasn't destroyed anything.
Yet.
So, well, because she can't.
Yet.
I mean, she bites and bites and bites, and it's like nothing happened.
Well, she could bite
like
through a power
termites,
cord, so
so.
yeah. No, she could. She nibbles enough at it. She can totally,
Look,
totally
again,
destroy
she's trying
something.
to get into the pillow. Then she's gonna get trapped, and she's.
Oh, that's good.
She's inside it, Nicolas. You have to look at that.
She's
I'm
inside
sorry.
the pillow.
I'm sorry, but I have to take a picture of it. Yeah. As soon as I.
Because she heard you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She went
understands.
inside the.
She understands. We've established
Yeah.
that they understand.
She's like, no. She's there again. I'm sorry.
It's like, I'm not doing this for you.
I know.
To do more? Yeah. I think you're in line to change your cell phone.
Yeah.
It's calling it quits, I
Yeah.
feel.
I think this was the last drop of water. The drop that overflowed the glass, one would say. I was trying to record Chili,
Yeah.
and it froze. ¿Cómo se dice?
Yeah.
It froze?
Yeah, you could say that.
Yeah, I don't know why I'm doubting, but yeah. So I realized because I clicked the record,
Yeah.
and it like the same image I was seeing when I clicked record was the one I was seeing at the end of the recording,
Maybe she stood very still.
and then it turned off.
Maybe she has powers.
Yeah. She was like, I told you I didn't want you to
Yeah, you
record
never
this.
know with a dog. They are mystical beings.
Luandino dice, The Man Who Stared at Goats, buenísima. Lu,
Sí.
eso fue un poco tardío la reacción. Yo no sé si Lu está viendo con un poquito de delay el video.
O está mirando cabras.
Cavus Kes was saying, Hey all, Happy New Year. It was a long time I couldn't come here, but I'm glad I could manage it eventually. Happy New Year, Cavus, and we're happy that you're here. I think it always takes a little bit of time to get into the flow of the new year.
I mean, it took time. It took a couple of weeks for us.
Yeah,
for sure.
It did.
It's okay.
Yeah. So. I'm so sad because it was going to be a very cute video.
What could have been?
What could have been?
So subtle. Changes are so subtle. Or maybe I could push the changes, but you know, you know us, like we're always super faithful to the titles of the videos.
Mm-hmm.
So,
well, we could change.
Oh no.
I could put not pushing a single hue.
Not doing anything. No. I was kind of half joking because I want to push the obviously the red hue.
Mm-hmm.
That's the one I'm super interested in. But then I'm to incorporate it into this kind of looser, more I'd say more broken kind of form where color is kind of free floating, and to make it have not like a sort of jarring transition, but that it feels like it's part of, like it feels in place. It's kind of tougher than I thought, because I got a little too distracted, I think, for a little too long up here. Doesn't mean we can't, make it work, but it's just a nice challenge. Small challenge, like most painting challenges are. They're super specific, but nice challenge, I guess.
Luandino dice, se me hace que esa peli tiene una vibra parecida a The Big Lebowski,
yeah,
con el sentido del humor.
Yeah, a little
No
bit.
sé, no me he visto ninguna.
Yeah, some people, Daniel Ira, would be very mad at you for not having seen
I
Big
think you could
Lebowski.
say some people would be mad at you, period. With any, well, maybe with
but
life, but
fans
with
of
movies.
The Big Lebowski are like
No, yeah, I was going to say with
literally like
any
the
single
diehard
movie. Because I haven't seen a lot of movies that people would suppose that I should have seen. So, yes.
Before, when I was younger. Thank you.
Angelo96 was saying, I know you probably get this question often.
No, please.
But how do you paint on paper? And if you prime it, how can you keep that quote unquote rough oil color look almost like it's painted directly on the paper? Thank you. And a heart emoji.
So yes, we paint on raw paper. This is not like, we're not trying to push raw paper. This is not trying to up the sales of raw paper.
We don't have a raw paper, like a raw paper, a paper company that we're pushing.
No. So, no, this is just something that I found really works for me and my sensibility and for what I'm searching for in painting. So it doesn't have to be something that is for everyone. In fact, a lot of people that have tried working, like if I'm, in a workshop and people want to try it out, their response is tends to be the same, which is like, oh my god, this is horrible. Like, how
Yeah.
do you do this? Like, this is not fun or easy, or the painting is not like malleable. It's just it feels like way too much work trying to adapt to a surface like that and to the way in which you should begin to apply paint for results that maybe people are not like super satisfied with. Like maybe people see it and go like, okay, I can tell what painting like that entails and the results that you can get from painting something, with that, let's not call it technique, but just a manner of approaching painting. Um, and people are like, no, no, not for me, not for me. I might, I'm far more comfortable just priming my surfaces and not fighting so much with my paint layer. But I love it. I absolutely love it. It's sort of a very, I don't know, it's a discovery that I kind of bumped into without really searching for it or thinking about it. It was very happenstance. It was very by chance. I mean, there were reasons for initially wanting to further pursue, because I had done I probably had done some dozen paintings in raw paper before, but it was not something that I told myself, oh, I want to really begin to understand how to work, what this entails, like what I need to do, how I need to adapt. No, it was always like, oh, I just I just don't want to prime my paper today. Let me just start painting and forget about it, and not really um not really give it like a second thought. That was always kind of my approach to when I started painting. When I would start painting without priming, it was just not, it was like, oh, unattachment. I don't care. It's Let's see what happens, but that's fine. Mm, but never as an invitation to say, well, let's spend the next 6 months painting on paper, or let's spend the next year painting on paper. It was never quite like that. And that only happened in a very specific moment in our painted lives. And it was funny because all that needed to happen was for our binder, transparent acrylic binder, to run out. We
Yeah.
couldn't find it anymore here, and I ran out. I think the paper paintings are out after I ran out of like this pre-primed nice linen that I had, and I just ran out of like surface to paint on. So I was like, okay, I could just freak out a little bit, or I could just grab the things that I do have and just begin working on them, and as if it was totally
Yeah.
a total organic thing, a totally, fine thing.
Also, you tried other primers, but you didn't like
Oh,
them
I
that
never, yeah,
much.
yeah. So we could get some other transparent
Even
primers.
like fancier.
Yeah, like a Lefranc one. I think it's the one that you can kind of
I
get
think I
here.
have it here
Yeah, and I
still.
never liked it. It was super gummy, super sticky. Like out of the two, like or out of the not can, the little tub thing. Um, you wouldn't get the same results that you could get with the PBO one right out of the tube,
Yeah.
because the PBO one, I don't have to do anything. I don't have to reduce it with water. I don't have to do anything.
Yeah, I think you've said this before, but maybe because it is cheap,
Yeah,
so they dilute it so much
yeah.
that it's like the
They found the
perfect.
perfect like balanced thing where it's like, okay, we're gonna make a cheap thing. Let's not put a lot of this binder in, which is what makes it expensive. Let's just put more water. And I don't know. There's something, they
Yeah,
hit
you
something that
like it.
is like, okay, this is perfect. This is literally perfect out of the tube.
Also, you even tried to water down some of
Oh,
the.
the other one, it never
Yeah,
worked.
but never worked. Yeah,
No, it
so
would it would it would make the paper super soggy.
yeah.
Like it was as if you were compensating towards the other end, but
Yeah.
because you wanted it to be a little more brushable. But then because you had to have more water in it, it just it would soak up the paper, and it was super annoying. So I don't know. Yeah, the truth is, when we ran out of that one, I was having like a small little crises, the crises that we have when we are just so used to something and they suddenly take it away, or we can't find it anymore in our art store, or I don't know. And I figured, no, come on, this is absurd. Like, I can't be so dependent and so attached to like something technical. This is ridiculous. So I started working, and for the first time, it was like that feeling of saying, okay, if you want to like really feel what this feels like, you have to commit yourself to this manner of painting, which means that you can't just make a couple of paintings and call it done and make like what you think would be an informed conclusion about it. You have to make a lot of paintings with this, and you have to push things, and you have to realize how much you can stretch it, and what its boundaries are. So what's the good, what's the bad, and work within those boundaries, and just try to have your painting fit into this wonderful, wonderful manner of working. And I was immediately up for it because the results were so close to my own sensibility. Like, it was like love at first sight. It was complete connection, from the start. And like I said, I had done other paintings before, but it's not about making a couple of paintings. It's about, I would say, the commitment. So when I started to be completely committed to searching for what was going to be, this beautiful way of approaching painting, this door opened up for me. It really did, and it was, I don't know. It was like what I would think is like match made in heaven. It's one of those things that you go like, oh my God, where have you been all my life? Like, this is how I've been wanting to paint for a very, very long time. Like, why didn't I grant myself the right to paint like this? It's so absurd. And the reason is obvious. I never did it because my brain always thought it was wrong. That is the sole kind of, enormously powerful reason that always kind of entered my brain when I thought I could have like some degree of connection, but I always shied away from it because I thought, what am I doing? This is non-archival. This is, I'm being capricious about this. Um, why am I doing this? This is so stupid. Like, go back to painting in the way that you're supposed to paint. That's what I would tell myself. And so finally, when I was sort of forced, but not really, because these are all choices that we make. But when I was put into a situation that I almost like couldn't like back off from, oh, that's when everything just, like I said, everything just opened up for me, and I found something that I think it's beautiful for me, and I'm so happy that I was open to it and available for it, at the time. And I think I haven't stopped ever since that moment. We've had, well, yeah, we've had like Yupo sort of breaks
Yeah,
in the
we
middle, and some gouache paintings,
we
and
even got the binder back.
yeah, yeah, yeah. And I have painted on primed acrylic, prepped pieces of paper,
Yeah, but
and
I think
it's
it's
totally
more that
fine. That's super familiar for me, and that's fine. It just means like a slightly different approach to painting, and I just have to adjust a tiny little bit when I'm painting. But
but you really enjoy
oh
the
yes,
raw paper.
oh my God,
So
it's a disease for me now. Yeah, it's something, I don't know. It sounds so Like, oh, come on, dude. Like, just say it's wrong, and I don't know. Just go back to you just buy some pre-prepped like linen and just paint on something that's that's archival and I can't do that. I can't do it anymore. I can't. This is beautiful. This surface is just perfect for me. It's absolutely perfect. So I don't know. We met, we fell in love, and here we are, 7 years later. Oh,
Ay, that is so
so
sweet.
I started talking about the paper, and I ended up talking about Danny's.
I want to try and.
No, no, Danny, don't touch me, please.
No, I mean it was
I'm kidding.
a love demonstration, a little love demonstration. Angelo or Angelo 96 was saying it really is beautiful. Our love or no, I'm joking.
Oh, stop
No,
it.
it is very cool, and I think you've talked about how you feel that you've been bolder
Yes.
since using raw paper,
Yes,
which
for
is
sure.
amazing because I think it's something that's helping you to get to the place you want to be,
Oh,
or
for
not a
sure.
place you want to be, because I think that's like in a constant change,
Yes.
but to get closer to where your brain is at. So,
Yes.
um, Angela 96 was saying, "Of course, your love is beautiful too." Haha. Thank you, Angela. Daniel Berberich was saying, "Have you tried the Stonehenge oil paper yet?"
No, no, I haven't.
Yeah, you have to. You have to.
So I have to order some paint today, so I'm going to give it a try.
Angelo 96 was saying something rare these days.
What is that?
The
The
well,
paint.
they said, "Of course, your love is beautiful too." Has
Oh.
something rare these days.
Oh.
Thank you. I don't know what to say.
Well, you always hope that it's not rare.
Yeah.
That like I don't know. I wish people would feel this the way we feel about each other. I
Yes.
think everyone deserves to have like the what you mean to me. I would hope that every single person just has that person in their
Me
lives.
too.
So
Yes. 100%. And having that person can be not as in a partner, because I think that you can
a
feel that
dog?
love for no for a family member, for because I think that
Oh yeah,
not
not
everyone finds like that love in a partner. That's what I'm trying to say. But just like I hope that everyone feels a love as cool and as respectful and as healthy as the one I feel for you and you feel for me. So we're getting cheesy. I'm sorry if we're losing
hemorrhaging viewers.
people here. You know, I'm going to click something that says start a Q&A.
Oh
So I
no.
guess that what people can do is ask a question and I can look the question so we can like click that question and say that we're answering. So just
Okay, I have no idea what you just said, but I
I
trust
mean
you.
it's a tab where you can ask, like it's called Q&A.
Okay,
So
let's
you
do
can just let people ask questions. So
let's do
ask
some
us.
some rapid fire ones.
Ooh,
Um
ask us at quick.
yeah, cuz I think I'm kind of
Oh,
done-ish.
or maybe we could do that next session.
No, it's okay. We could do like I said, rapid fire ones.
So ask us any rapid, no, any fast. I'm not being fast, and we need fast
No,
questions.
no.
Ask
You
us any fast question you want. Any fast question? I think that
Oh,
sounds
Danny,
weird,
this
but
is
perfect. Start Q&A. So let's
yes.
see. So first three.
Okay, she's going for the what is she going for, Chili? I think she was going for the napkins.
No, she tries to like she just goes through the napkin
Mm.
and then lands. Um, so we have 0
Nice.
right now. So Sergi was saying hola. Hola Sergi, háganos una pregunta, por favor. Anyone?
Danny killed it with the.
Look. This is what I'm seeing right now.
Yeah.
Look.
Nice, Danny. Nice. Nailed it.
Yes.
Was that yes you or?
No. That you said nice.
Oh.
And I said yes. So, ay, she scratched my leg and scared me. Let's see. Any question? Let's see. Live chat.
Danny, this was terrible. This is
Uh,
like a low moment for
oh,
us.
so there's questions not in the question section, but in the chat question. Oh, there's a question. What's the capital of Iran? Said Kevus Kiss. Tehran.
Tehran.
Yeah,
Tehran.
Tehran.
Yeah.
So,
Come on. Come on.
and let's see the
We
whole
are people of the world.
live chat. So we have questions in the live chat. So thank you, because Kavus Kes was the only one that asked in the Q&A.
Yeah.
Maybe it's a little complicated to ask there.
Yeah.
So I'm going to read the questions in the chat. Mary S. was saying, do you think those clay panels are comparable to painting to on raw paper?
Oof. I haven't tried like clayboard in such a long time that I don't know. I really don't. I remember when I first tried them, I was horrified of them. So I don't know.
Kavus Kes said correct. Yeah, correct answer.
The Tehran?
Yeah.
Tehran?
I said Tehran, because that's how you say it in Spanish. So,
Yeah.
Sergi Arts was saying, wait, ¿es este el pie del artista que tanto te gustaba? No me acuerdo del nombre ahora mismo, pero me recuerda mucho a su pintura famosa de su pie.
Sí. Pues bueno, este es
Este es
mi
el pie de
pie.
Nicolás, pero es una carta de amor y admiración al pie de Menzel. Entonces sí. A la pintura del pie de Menzel, ¿no? No es una carta de amor al pie de Menzel. Bueno,
O de pronto.
sí, de pronto no sé. Camila Ogurman was asking, how often does your painting end up being far away from your plan?
Oof. I think more often than not, I would say.
Sergi Arts dice Menzel, sí. Sí. Sí, sí, Sergi. Sí, sí, Sergi. Sergi. Carol G.
Carol G?
Sergi, Carol G, no sé. Yeah, so I think
Oh, we're good. That was great.
that was perfect.
Yeah, that was perfect amount of questions.
Oh, no. Well, I just closed the questions. I think there was another question, but I didn't do the thing because you could press and say, like, answer this question. So everyone would see the question you're answering, which is why I wanted to try it because I think it's cool.
See, I still have no idea what's going on.
There's a question from Daniel Berberich.
Okay.
Or Berberick. Is your little toe really that pointy?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Daniel, stop judging.
Yes, 100%.
Yeah, and it's all it goes to the side. It doesn't point up. So yes. This is the toe that's responsible for all the holes in my socks. A little crown. I don't know if it was cheesy. I kind of made it not super evident, but just because Menzel's the king, so that is like a nod to Menzel. Let's say.
It's a
Yeah. So I think we're good, Daniel Ira.
yeah.
Yeah, I liked it. I like it. So there's enough of like I found a way to incorporate the background a little bit just by staining it. I wasn't super happy with just having the paper as the tone, even though the tone was like very very close to what I needed. Made it a slightly bit warmer, just so it almost feels like the red is sort of kind of suffocating that atmosphere. You know, it emanates from those toes, and it just like starts to incorporate to all that atmosphere, that surrounding atmosphere. So um, I liked it. I
I
really
like
like
it
it.
too.
Yeah, yeah, I like it. Uh, it's uh, it's it's kind of what I think it's kind of what I wanted to paint. Even though I went about it in a very strange way, eventually it became clear that it's like, okay, we could do this painting like this. And I really like the sort of scrambled color that's on the bottom, and how it does have form in the sense that it is turning through color. It's not quite like how form would turn if you have like a very recognizable um, condition of light, you know, light coming from one direction, making like beautiful highlights, and then like strong shadows, or like form turning away from light into shadow. It's not quite that. It's very samey. It's very mid-tone heavy, and most of the notion of form turning comes from just changes in hue. There are slight changes in value, of course, but most of it comes from, you know, going grayer and then redder or more saturated. So and then this very kind of strange, you know, softed moments, cast shadow that I thought looked very nice. I particularly like these two little moments there. I know there's not much to them, but I think that that's what's interesting. Like that in a painting where there's so little there, the things that are there become uh, like almost hyper enhanced. And that's what I've been enjoying about painting. That, you know, when you have a painting that has, you know, I don't know, maybe a couple of thousand decisions on it, it's very tough to parse, like, you know, what decision making means. I mean, in the greatest of painters, like brushy painters like Soroja or Sargent, you can, you know, you can tell that every single brushstroke that they put down is like quintessential almost to the makeup of the painting. So in the greatest of cases, that's always going to be, you know, right there for you to just kind of like feed from. But I think for me, you know, I am in this strange path that I want to embark on thinking that the slightest little, you know, um, the slightest little change in its stroke that I put down can be significant, or that my initial strokes can actually be super relevant in the end, even if I can't see it when I put them down at the beginning. But I have to believe that they can be relevant if I am almost like willing to construct with very definitive thoughts, you know, right from the start. So that's where I'm kind of at. It just feels like decisions are right there for the picking, and even they can even be small decisions. But the fact that, you know, some of those strokes are like dragged, and some of them are brushier, like fuller of paint. All of those things, I think, matter to me, like matter immensely to me. So hopefully it's it's a very simple painting that speaks about how much the painted decision matters to me. I think that that's very, very cool. I've had in my mind, Danny, that Helen Schierfbeck
Hmm.
portrait. I think we showed it a couple of weeks
I
ago,
think it was in a live
maybe
stream.
last year.
Yeah, I think it was in a live stream.
Yeah, but there's a Helen Schierfbeck had such an amazing development as a painter. I mean, it's very peculiar. I mean, it's not that it's like the only case that you can spot in painting, because the 20th century, particularly if you came from an education that kind of was gestated in the late 19th century, like turn of the century, if you came from that education and then you are dropped into the 20th century, with all the fireworks going in all of the different directions that were happening in the 20th century, particularly in the first half of the 20th century, then it's very common. No, I wouldn't say very common, but it's not unexpected to see a painter start somewhere and then finish somewhere completely different.
Mhm.
That is something that can happen, and there's tons of cases of that, you know, that attachment to an initial schooling, and then slowly becoming or unlearning some of the things that were taught. And it's wonderful when you can see that in people's careers. But in Helen Schierbeck's case, the I don't know. I think that the fact that she stayed figurative, the fact that it wasn't that she was pulled by more modernist painting and she was doing. I mean, she was doing quite abstract stuff, but it's not as if she turned into Matisse, let's say, what we understand is a very abstract Matisse. No, she kept this idea of like the act of representation going, but what she was able to achieve in very like economical terms, to me, is mind blowing. It's absolutely mind blowing. Like, I've always looked at her process and have always wondered what that feels like. Like, I've always thought or had this fantasy of what that life would feel like if you were a painter and you would go through all these like stages.
Mhm.
And I think in a sense I am trying to not force those things upon me, because I don't think, I think for them to work, and for them to be honest, you can't force them upon your practice. I think they have to have a reason for being. And I've noticed that with me, it's that I just question things constantly. Like, I have
Yeah.
this very busy brain and I question, and I'm never happy or satisfied with an answer. And even if I think it's the wrong answer, if it's the wrong path, or I'm going about it the wrong way, I always give myself the chance to like say, let me figure it out. Like, let me, through what I'm thinking and what I'm painting. And both of those things aid each other. Sometimes what I'm thinking is helping me figure out how to paint, and other times what I'm painting, finally opens up something that I couldn't rationally sort of understand or piece together. So I'm trying to put myself in a place where those things can happen. I think that that's the best I can do. Not force things, but I just want to be in the right place so that those things, if they happen, if they were to happen, I'm ready for them.
Yeah.
I'm like, yes, I've been waiting for this moment. I can't tell you what that moment is or when it will arrive or what it will look like, but I know that it has to catch me, painting.
Mhm.
I have to be there, and my mindset has to be there for it to be fulfilled, let's say. So, I think in when I do these like little exercises, even if it has like this dumb little nod to like Ashley Wood, or and even if it's a way of marking how for me how immensely powerful that Menzel painting is, and the fact that it's a choice. My choice is to choose that painting before any, I don't know, before the crowning of Napoleon, let's say,
Mhm.
before any enormous Rubens painting,
Yeah.
before these feats of painting that are so, it's so easy to look at them and say, this is what painting is about. Like, this is the pinnacle of painting. But I think it's a choice when you say, I, in my top 5 paintings, that foot is there, and it's been there for a very long time.
Hmm.
So what does that mean? Why is it that I'm that when I could choose anything from painting's history, why is it that it's super important for me to understand that by choosing this foot, there is a meaning behind it. There is a reason for having chosen it, and it has to do with who you are and what you're trying to get to in painting, and what you fundamentally believe in as a painter.
Mhm.
So trying to understand that is super complex because you don't choose a foot just because you want to paint feet. Like that's not the point. I mean, I know that we are being like almost like one to one and a little bit on the nose, but we're just using it as a springboard to then think about a ton of things. But but no, it doesn't mean that. Like I in my top five paintings, I have the Raft of the Medusa. It doesn't mean that I want to paint tragedies. It doesn't mean that I want to paint a human tragedy, um, or the human tragedy at the brink of like this whole failure because that um, what happened in that moment was a failure of like society with this shipwreck. But it's not about saying like, oh, that's what I want to paint, or at least not in my case. In the same sense that when I see um, another one of my top five is Goja's dog, one of the black paintings. Like I don't have to paint dogs, or I don't have to paint with like black, yellow, and white. I don't know. It's not quite that. It's just the eeriness that when you surrender to painting, you know these things can happen. You can be just completely moved by this contemporary tragedy, as Jericho was, or you can just say, "I'm gonna paint a dog in my home, just sticking his head like behind a mount of dirt or whatever it was, just because I want to paint this. Just there's no other reason than me satisfying like my own whim and my own fancy and my own caprice, and I just need to live with that dog beside me.
Mm-hmm.
There's something amazing about those things. And when you pick paintings, when you say, "Oh, these are the paintings that I like," it's we can stop and just say, "Yeah, these are the paintings that I like because I like them, because they're beautiful, and I just think that they're again, human feats in painting, and they need to be celebrated, and or they were super tough to paint. The technical execution is just absolutely masterful, and that needs to be examined and yeah, reflected upon and studied, and people need to be educated based on those findings, um, or or you can start to believe that there's something more, that maybe the painting is just allowing you to see something within you,
Mm-hmm.
and that it is opening a door so that you can understand what your path is going to be. And so when you collect these paintings, you're not just doing it for the sake of collection, you're doing it because in some strange way, all these like hundreds of painters that have come before you, um, they are telling you, we are here to aid you. We're here to help you find your way. We were here to make paintings, but their role after they passed is a completely different one. So I don't know. So in my case, it's yes, it's a foot. Like I said, it's a very obvious love letter because it's unavoidable, right? But but it's one that has to fit into my own narrative, and it's one that has to be born from my own narrative for it to be useful to me. So and that's why I said we should examine, we should always try to make well, I'm saying we as in as in me, but I should always try to make that menzel, think about that menzel foot through an exercise in painting at least once a year, just to see how it just goes, how it evolves, or if it doesn't, or if I'm just stuck on admiration and sort of idolizing this painter that is 1,000 times the painter that I'll ever be, or if you're able to say yes to all those things. Yes, I'm gonna love this painter. Yes, it's gonna be one of the most important images in my life, but let me understand what to do with it. let
Mm-hmm.
me let me understand how that painting, instead of becoming an icon for me that I just that I follow in processions, like in sort of with sort of a religious undertone, instead of just holding it in such a precious way, let me think of it as this is here for me. Not selfishly, but the the role of this image is here for me. So that's what I'm trying to figure out. I don't know if I'm cogently expressing anything, but
No, you are.
I'm trying
Course
to
you
figure
are.
it out. So anyways, reason for painting a foot.
Yes.
Yes.
So, yes, I
We're
think that
good?
was it
Chili.
for I think that was it for today.
Yes.
So, thank you everyone again for joining us in
Yeah.
this Friday. Have a great weekend.
Yes.
Uh
I'm off to class tomorrow.
yes.
We have our course tomorrow,
Yes.
so it's a change of pace for us.
Yes. Remember, you can
Yes.
subscribe to the channel. That would be very cool. So you can join us for more of these talks
Yes.
every single week.
Yes.
Also, remember, we have a webpage. It's called ourpaintedlives.com. It's over there. And we sell all of the things we do
We
over
put on
there.
sale.
We put on sale.
Yes, better way
Well,
to.
we offer. I don't know how to say. Yeah, we put on sale all of the things we do, so you can check them out if you're interested. And we have Instagrams over here. Also, if you want to check them out. I think that's it. So thank you everyone, and we'll
Yeah, I
see
think
you soon.
this is all happening. Well, you would think because Samu must be what would he be? About 50 times larger than Chile, I would say. 50 times. I think Chile is like winning that battle.
But I think it's because of the way they're playing.
Oh, it's fine. It's fine.
So yeah.
But
So thank
yeah,
you everyone.
it's a gladiator.
Mm-hmm.
Samo against Chile over there. But yeah, so thank you all. We'll see you on
Next week.
Monday.
Yes.
Yes, for sure.
Yes. So that's it.